What?
Shh. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and you can tweet me as well at Dan Who Reviews. And today is another Thursday, so you know I can't do this on my own, and I do first of all apologise for the tardiness. We were sort of still on phone calls, making arrangements, making sure we're getting the details right for some of these. Well, I'll save it for later. Let me introduce my guest first. Today, Brandon is not on his own because we've got Brandon and super producer Rich is joining us. Round of applause, lads. Round of applause. Rich, pleasure to have you. You there? Your mic's on?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Bloody hell, I'm like, it's too silent.
I just used to like typing in the chat and I used to talk and I forgot I got to do that.
Rich and I were just mesmerized by that email we just got done.
Yeah, I did send. You get it in time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, just wow. That was funny.
Okay, yeah. So
happy Thursday, everybody.
Yes.
Happy Thursday.
It is great to be here. It's great to see 86 people already.
Wow. What, are you expecting something? Are you expecting something? Because are you expecting something? Because if you are, go and make yourself a drink or something. Because we're not getting into anything just yet. But still,
I need a drink.
Get yourself some vodka.
You never know.
Right. No. Let's do some housekeeping first. So, as always, first and foremost, welcome to the live stream every single Thursday for 43 weeks now. This is the 43rd week in a row. We have not missed a week. We may have jumped today, as in, like, we may have done it on a Friday or whatever, but we've never missed a week. And we're going to continue that streak until the year celebration, and then who knows what will happen. Maybe Netflix will pick us up. Who knows? But still, we are here 43 weeks in a row, so we appreciate everyone sticking with us today. And as always, our weeks are themed. So we thought this week would be the perfect opportunity to dive into our X-Men Villains list that super producer Rich helped put together. And the advantage is today I don't have to have Rich in my ear because he's going to be here on the screen with us talking us through some of these X-Men villains. Because as I said, I don't know it all. And there's definitely some characters on here that we want to talk about today that Rich can hopefully educate us, me and Brandon on. So yes, we're going to get into X-Men Villains. Of course, we're going to talk about all the reveals that have already happened this week, where they came from, what they are, what it may lead to, what's going to be coming, etc. And then we're going to get into our own own wish listing of what X-Men Villains we'd like to see get the Marvel Legends treatment. But first and foremost, if you want to support the channel, you can do that few different ways. First way is Friday. She's here on a Thursday. I know it's confusing, but if you super chat over £4 or $4, Friday, I'll give her a kick. She'll boot up into gear and she'll hopefully read out your super chat live on the stream. So if you want to be part of the show, you want to interrupt the conversation and literally be part of the stream that forever lives on YouTube, it will pop up on the screen and everything. Then over £4 or $4, you can do exactly that. Be part of the stream, contribute to the channel. Much, much appreciated. And again, want to say a massive thank you to all my channel members, everyone there with a little question mark in the chat. I see them as green. Does everyone else see their names as green, or is that just me? Are channel members green?
Green as well.
Yes, okay, so all the green people are channel members. They've got a little question mark. The question mark changes colour depending on how long they've been a channel member. You get exclusive use of all the emojis, which I'll show you in a second as well. But yeah, a massive thank you to all my channel members. If you've never hit that join button before, it's like a super chat once a month, if that, and it helps contribute to the channel. And as I said, hopefully we can do more streams and stuff. And me and Brandon basically want to tour the country doing articulated adventures, so we shall see what that leads to. But support the channel and we can help us do that. And again, you can use these magical emojis. Let me see if I've still got my graphic. There you go. Who wouldn't want to use these emojis? Look at that. Who else has a Thanos copter on their feet? We've got Brandon's got his own emoji. No pins an emoji. We've got Hank and the Frogman. Hit and miss, of course, which we can be doing today as well. So make sure you join in. But yeah, hit that join button. Don't be scared. As I said, if you've never done it before, give it a go from them. See if it makes a difference. And the advantage of hitting that join button is you get to come on the streams with us. Literally join us on our Legends and Liquor. Have a drink and talk toys. It's lots of fun. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'm going to drink. and we're going to talk toys. I don't know if anyone else is drinking. I know it's like Jason's in liquor, but it's a Thursday. Again, always I like Thursday because it means we're nearly at the weekend, lads. We're nearly at the weekend. But this is the part of the show I asked Brandon to say hello to the peeps.
Yes, we have 113 people in the chat.
Okay.
So go ahead and get those lights going, Mr. Who.
Oh, the lights on.
I
need to put the lights. Okay, you say hello to people.
So while you're doing that, we got AB Nuggler is here, Eric Stream, Jay the Grind, JC Hesh, Rich M is in the chat. Don't know who that is. The Fwoosh is here. Graphy Toy is here. Eric Stream is here. Mardith Pascua is looking forward to a Toad figure. Yeah, me too, buddy. The Fwoosh says, we don't know if it's a wave or separate releases. Smart Money is on a retro wave with a double-packed Wolverine, but they could do anything. Wolfpack Toy Review is here. Jamie is here. Eric Stream, I think I said a couple of times. Matt W says, what are the chances that Dan has the next reveal for today? Carlos,
Slim.
Carlos Alfredo Sanchez Rosales says, Strife, Celine, Cassandra, Nova, and Fabian Cortez. Wendy is here. Nasa. Win or Lose is here. Hey, everyone. Tuesday crew. What's up, buddy? Who else we got? Mini Plastic Universe says, hey, all, what's up? Cloud Foxwell is here. Dave the Couch Guy says, come on, let's go. Ray Ortiz says, let's get started. Dave the Couch Guy said, you're late. WTF.
We are late.
Dave.
We do apologise. We do apologise.
Dave, some of us got big things to be sorting out. It's what it is, man. It's what it is. Big Will 2K99 says, it's Thursday. You know what that means. Terax is here. Need an update of that bath, Mr. Terax. Phil Jones is in the chat.
We love you, Phil.
We love you, Phil. Who else we got? Ethan. David Evan Smith is here. Says hope he's got an exclusive reveal for the live stream.
David,
not Hellfire Hank with a new hat. How?
Oh dear, he may be disappointed. I sent David a Nova, and it got to him safely in New York. So shout out, David. Hope you're doing good.
Who else we got? George W101 is here.
Hang on. Interrupt you for the first super chat of the evening. See, Friday's heroic. No, she's not, but never mind. It is from Laser Pants. He says, here's $5 to take a shot of liquor. Do it. It's not exactly a shot. I don't have anything to shot, but I'll take a sip of my drink and say thank you very much. And congratulations while we're there on Infinity Equation. But I'll get back to that in a minute. We've got Joe Figured It Out with another super chat. He says, hit that like button, people. Have a great day. Joe Figured It Out. We appreciate you. He joined us on Sunday for Legends and Liquor, so it was good to finally see Joe with his epic display of on-card legends behind him as well. So yeah, let me go back to Laser Pants though. Infinity Equation finally hit 1,000, which is definitely long deserved. So well done to the Infinity Equation, to Dante, Laser Pants, Bobby, Alex, the whole crew. I'm sure they'll be celebrating tomorrow. Fridays they always stream, of course.
Shout out to super producer Uwan, who's in the chat as well from the Infinity Equation.
How you doing? How you doing, people? I'm seeing lots of names as well. We've got Super Sorrels in the chat as well. We'll definitely be talking about him in a minute. How you doing, my friend? Zach, Jack, Dan as well. They've got a channel. They do live streams as well, which definitely deserve a bit more love. But yeah, sorry, Brandon.
34 people. It's great to see everybody.
Yeah, I think people are expecting to see something.
Thank you so much for coming out.
People might be expecting to see something, but instead of doing that, we'll talk about what has been revealed. So anyone?
Hold on. Let me just
carry on.
Get into the chat. Hold on. Ian Cruz, Jay the Grind. I think I said Ethan Blair. Jeremiah Gomez. I count the Kingpin Redeco $30 figure as sort of a bath of that retro wave, I suppose. Super Sorrel says, I don't think there will be any more releases, ... but who knows. Jamie says, just want a Dark Phoenix. Laser Pants gives the eyes. Foosh says, did someone say long shot? We would love a long shot. Banshee as well, that'd be great. Inquisitive Minds. Who else we got? Hero Collections, High Hero. Laser Pants, obviously. Action Figure Expert.
We've got another super chat. Smart Tac.
There he is.
Friday's definitely asleep today because I can't hear it at all. So Mark Tac says, this is for Dan to start a drinking game and take a swig of the liquor every time Brandon says pinless. Oh dear. Amanda, get me another drink. I'm just doing the whole swipe up thing on Instagram. I always forget I can do it until last minute. Right, I'm doing it. Swipe up.
Here's the 10K done.
Swipe up. Swipe up. All right. Okay. Done. Okay. Thank you, Mike Tap Tap. Much appreciated. By the way, I'll take a swig. Cheers,
I think that is everybody. I'm almost at the bottom now. But I think that is everybody. Blake says, I interrogated both Dan and Boog, who had the sixth figure. Boog denied, so we know it's you. Let's see it. Interesting. Very interesting.
People can assume. People can assume. I think
143 in the chat.
There's 143 people
that is
here,
exactly
right?
what we like.
And if you're not pressed that subscribe button, please do hit that subscribe button. Because if you're here, because if you're here for Marvel Legends, then trust me, look around on the channel. You're in the right place, people. Honestly, I've been at it for a little bit. Go check out the videos tab. You'll see for yourself. We do live streams every single Thursday. This is the 43rd week in a row we've been doing it. And each week we break down Marvel Legends, talk about different categories, and occasionally we swerve off and talk about different toy lines and etc. etc. It's fun times anyway. And today, me, Brandon, and super producer Rich are all here on screen to talk about some X-Men villains. Yes, very special occasion to talk about some X-Men villains. There you go. There's the Cowboy Collector has just subscribed, just become a channel member. So thank you very much.
Wow,
at the Members Club level. So hopefully we can get a Cowboy Collector coming to join us on a live stream very soon. Is Legends and Liquor this week? No, I think it's the week after. But still, if Legends and Liquor the more channel members I get, I'm gonna have to start doing Legends and Liquor weekly. That I wouldn't be mad at that. Amanda would be, but I wouldn't be. So yeah, keep the channel memberships coming, people, and we'll make Legends and Liquor a weekly event. But right, let's get into it, okay? So let's get into this with the very first reveals. So we're going to recap what everyone else has already revealed, okay? And we'll tell you who revealed and where they came from. And Rich can hopefully give us a breakdown on the character, at least a little summary, at least. So, and thank you very much to, is that Joe's? Joe's just subscribed as well. Thank you very much. Jose, sorry, I'm terrible. Jose, thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button. Much appreciated. If you do hit subscribe while you're here live, 152 people, it will pop up on the screen with a big pow as well. So if you want to see your name pop up on screen, hit subscribe. Why not? Right, first reveal. What day was this? Was this Monday or on the bank holiday Monday? By the Fuchs, Robo and Veebs on the Fuchs hit us with the first reveal of Callisto. Am I right saying Monday?
This was not Monday.
Sunday?
This was
Saturday.
Friday,
No, it was Saturday. It was the first one was Saturday.
How many have we had? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Thursday. Yeah, 5. Yeah, no, yeah, Saturday. You're right. There we go.
Okay, cool. So
Sorry, I forgot what day of the week it was.
Okay, so considering that we just had a Marvel Legends Fan First Thursday, I don't think anyone was expecting any more reveals anytime soon. We've just got the whole of the AOA Wave 2 release, which was very obviously X-Men heavy. So we didn't expect to see any more X-Men reveals. And then, as I said, on Saturday, I think Veebs and the Fuchs posted that they've got a brand new exclusive reveal of Callisto. The Morlock with the one eye patch, which definitely looks like a YouTuber at the minute, with the blue hair. Thank you very much to Zach Dan Shorts that just subscribed as well. I appreciate that. And Saturday, the Fuchs says, Robo's in the chat. He says Saturday. So yeah, Saturday kicked it off. And when the Fuchs kicked it off, we knew something was going on. So Rich, give us a little bit of background. Super Soul just subscribed as well. You wasn't subscribed, Super Soul. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where's the love? Where's the love? Well, I appreciate you hitting that. I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button now. Anyway, much appreciated. But yeah, Rich, give us the lowdown.
So Callisto is the long-time leader of the Morlocks. She's long been like an enemy of Storm. Like obviously, she was in the animated series, one of the big villains in that. I mean, she's a much-wanted figure. This figure, obviously, when we had that 80s Storm came out last year, it was kind of like we're gonna get this at some point because it's kind of like the same body, it's like exact same body, just repainted. But it's a figure that we really wanted. And just shout out to CJ Phoenix, because on Saturday, I was like sorting out the end of this stream, and Callisto, I was like doing it, and CJ Phoenix was like, they've just reviewed Callisto. And I was like, what? So yeah, this week has just been mostly deleting things. It's been a fun week. It's been a fun week.
So just to keep everyone in the loop, obviously, as you know, super producer Rich helps me with the graphics that we do each week and helps us with the lists we put together, because obviously Rich knows so much more than me. So he got ahead of the game and started to put together an X-Men Villains list we'd like to see. So we could do today. And he was sort of predicting everything that was revealed as well, so it was pretty good. But yeah, this was the first reveal. Seems like a lot of reuse here, but I'm not mad about it if it's represents the character quite well. What's her powers, by the way? Because I know she's got the dodgy eye, but she's just got enhanced senses, isn't she? Like,
yeah, she's got like enhanced senses, so she's got like with that's with the knife, so she's got like better skills and stuff like that. But obviously, she's had different things have happened to her views. Like at one point, she had tentacles. It's like she's been beautiful. She was a supermodel for a bit and started dating Colossus. She's had a life, Callisto. Yeah, she's had a life.
She's been good and bad, hasn't she? She has teamed up with the X-Men on occasions because the didn't realise that it was Dark Beast was doing stuff. That was all revealed.
Well, she's always been for the mutants, but she's kind of like resented the X-Men because they're like these beautiful people, whereas like, you know, the Morlocks live in the shadows underneath. They can't blend in with society. But like recently she's back in with the X-Men now. She's like serving on the Marauders, working for like Emma Frost. She's kind of on the side of, like, I'd say like, she's not good, she's not bad. She's like an in-between.
No, all good. A few people are saying hit already, and thank you to everyone who's hitting that subscribe button. I keep hearing the pow in my ears. Brandon and Rich won't hear it, but I hear it. I still think a few cheeky people are still pressing unsubscribe and subscribe so their name pops up. Like, I know that trick. I just seen you, Big Will. I just seen you. But yeah, okay, so use the emojis. Tell me hit and miss as we go through these. Are you excited about this? Usually when we say hit or miss, let us know, hit in the comments if you're going to buy it, if you want it, if you like it, and then miss if you're just going to miss it. You're not going to buy it. It doesn't mean you dislike the figure. It just means you're not going to buy it. Always curious to hear what people are saying. We always read out a couple as well. So let me just read a couple here. So Air Extreme saying hit. Big Will saying hit. Jimmy Boy says yes, yes, yes. I'll take that as well. Oh, Abnugler, there you go. I'm going to unsubscribe and subscribe back up just to get my name on Interrupt Dan Hoover. Yeah, funny guy, Ralph. Funny guy. Okay, so the man with a hit. Joe Figured It Out says hit. Jamie said hit. Inquisitive Mind says hit. Tac says hit. Strident says hit. Slayer says hit. Hammer says miss. Hammer Breaker says miss. She's good for kit bashing as well, says Jason. Yeah, as I said, this definitely looks like a kit bash figure. White Bear says hit. Cowboy Collector says hit. Gian the Grind says hit. Super Sorrel says hit. Tyrone says hit. Ash says hit. Yeah, this is okay. A lot of hits then. A lot of hits. People are a fan of the Marauders, clearly. Brandon, Brandon, he's still there? Is he disappeared? Oh, he's
just chopped off for a minute. He'll be back now.
Okay.
But she's never had a figure before, but obviously she was in that animated series. So if this is a retro wave, even if she wasn't on one of those retro cards before, she would kind of like fit in with your collection if you're going to do like the animated series type of figures.
Yep. As I said, I always appreciate, I say it all the time, adding new characters to the shelf. And that's exactly what we've got here. A character who's never had a figure before? She was never in the Toy Biz or anything like that, right?
Never had a figure before. Maybe a mini-mate somewhere. Where's Rob Pollock?
Yeah, where's Rob? Rob, what's that mini-mate? Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Okay, next up. So the next reveal came from our fellow UK content creator who's in the chat right now. Super Sorrel revealed Mastermind, Jason Wingard, who in his sort of inner circle attire, which of course is a reissue or redo of the Hellfire Club San Diego Comic-Con box set. And what's interesting is here's in the black and red, which is probably going to be better suited to the Black King, which is of course Shaw. So this is definitely a nice addition to the Hellfire Club members we have already for our inner circle. Definitely opportunity for kit bashing as well. And what I really like about Mastermind is that we get the handsome head, but then we also get the Jason Wingard horrible, ugly head that he actually is, not the fake head that people think he is. Because, of course, he's Mastermind. He gets in your brain. He makes you think different things. Makes you feel and taste different things as well, apparently. But, yeah, tell us a little bit about Mastermind there, Rich.
So Mastermind has been around for ages. He was part of the original incarnation of the Brotherhood of Mutants back in like X-Men issue 4, working for Magneto. And then obviously this look with the Hellfire Club comes from like the Phoenix and Dark Phoenix saga, where he like takes on like this appearance of the other Jason Wingard to like take and control Jean Grey. It was also in the animated series as well, where he had that look. So, I mean, he eventually dies in the comics. I think X-Men Annual 17 is the first appearance of the Executioner, but he gets like the legacy virus. And that's where kind of like him and Jean Grey kind of like make up. He invites Jean Grey to come and see him in hospital because he's dying. And he kind of like wants to make amends for what he's done for her. Like, again, everything's been resurrected in the comics. So he's back in the comics now. And he's also got offspring, like Pixie, X-Man is his daughter. So he's a bit of a goer. He's got like 3 daughters, like all on the X-Men. He's got the 2 lady masterminds as well.
If you could control people's minds and you're a villain, then I'm sure you'll be up to some stuff. So that makes sense. But yeah, shout out to Super Solid as well. As I said, he revealed this after the few shows. Assume this was Sunday. This got revealed.
And like you were saying about Kit Bastion as well, if you check out Super Sorrow's Instagram and his videos, he does like he puts them on the different heads. You can see how they look on the different bodies, the different colours and stuff like that as well.
Oh, beautiful. Right, I'm just gonna. I don't know if you want to play the Brandon game and see if what people in the chat are saying. Just while I try and sort out these graphics real quick.
Yeah, so looking at the chat, CJ Phoenix is getting his Classic Storm ready to fight with Callisto. Oh, the Hell Witch is looking sick from Loose Collector. Yes, it is Tyrone. I'll be ordering that next week. Richard Riley says he wants more Hellfire, so it's a hit. Bruno says Callisto is a hit. Big Will says he's going to have to backtrack and get that Hellfire Club set. It has been showing up in the US. I think they've only just been getting theirs. Is that right?
Yeah, they went up for pre-order on Pulse US, I think, but with so this happened last year, but it was an expected release date of March. But then March came around and only a few people got theirs. So I think there's still pre-orders up in the air where people pre-ordered it last year and still haven't got it from Pulse. But yeah, so I think it might still trickle in. But I still think it's one of those sets which isn't too far off retail on the aftermarket. Like if you're after this set, I could be wrong, but I suppose if you jump to eBay, I don't think you'll be paying much more than retail to get it.
It's a good set as well. Emma Frost in like a classic costume. Everyone needs that for an X-Men display.
I brought 2 sets just so I could have Jean Grey and Selena as well. And Selena's still right next to me. So shout out Cosmic Cakes. I did put a video up on the channel. Cosmic Cakes hooked me up with a cape for Selena so she could actually stand on my shelf without knocking everybody over. So
it's so much better, aren't they, with the Cosmic Cakes? Yeah. Like, I've got them as well, like for Selena.
And what's good about Selena is that her hair like sort of keeps it down, so you can literally have it a little bit more natural. But I dare put her in the front of my display because Amanda will just think I've got some weird dominatrix woman at the front. Like she won't understand. So, but yeah, shout out to Cosmic Capes as always. Usually they're watching, so I appreciate Danny and Mike hooking me up. And looks great on the display. Beautiful. Okay, graphics are working again. Let's go to the next reveal. So we went Fuchs, Super Soul, and then our favourite Canadian, or one of our favourite Canadians, toying around with the Shirtless Wolverine. Now, we'd actually seen the Shirtless Wolverine before, teased by Dwight. You know, we all know Dwight. Dwight Stahl loves those hairy bodies for some reason. He always tells us about it. So he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to officially reveal this. He teased it already on a live stream. But Kevin at Toying Around got the official reveal with the Shirtless Wolverine. So it's a Shirtless Wolverine with scars, 2 interchangeable heads, one like open mouth, sort of classic angry Wolverine, and the other one's all beaten up. He's got like a bloody eye, scratches and scars. So yeah, I like this one, and it seems like the colours for the brown costume are a little bit more muted. That will match the vintage wave Wolverine rather than the Juggernaut wave Wolverine in this costume. If that makes sense to anybody, does that make sense to you, Rich? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But this one was the one that threw everyone because obviously until this point they'd all been villains. Yeah. So the fact then we've got a hero was like, oh, okay, what's happening here now? So like Retrowave, I think most people are guessing because obviously it's a lot of repainted bodies in these heads, but it's still figures that we want, which is great. But I think as well, some people were like, is this going to be like a Wolverine versus pack? Like, you know, like bring on the bad guys for Wolverine. Yeah.
We know the score. They say this all the time. They've got to put a heavy hitter. I keep hearing power in my ears as well. So everyone hit and subscribe. Thank you very much, by the way. Your name should be popping up on the screen. Over 194 people here. They think we're revealing something, but we're just talking about reveals at the minute. So stick around. But yeah, they've always got to put a heavy hitter in a wave. So whether this is vintage or retro wave, or a single packed sort of fan channel thing, or actual builder figure wave, they've got to put the heavy hitters in there. That's why we're going to get tons of Captain Americas. We're going to get tons of Iron Men. And, of course, Wolverine. We're going to get tons of them. We've already got tons on the shelf. But it's Wolverine. Of course, I'm buying a shirtless Wolverine. I assume you're going to be buying... Are you going to be buying a shirtless Wolverine?
Of course. Who doesn't want a shirtless Wolverine? Come on.
There you go. So, yeah, I like that. I don't mind buying a character again if I feel that we're getting something to add to the collection. Do you know, like, and I always love options. So, like, these interchangeable heads, if I can use these on some of my other Wolverines just to mix up the display, I always appreciate stuff like that as well. So, if
you're like an ACBA artist, this is like a really good figure to have. Like, you can have like Wolverine battling. I mean, like in the Outback era, in his like mini series, he was like shirtless for most of it. So it's like, I think it's a really good figure. I'm happy with that. I mean, there's so many Wolverines they've made, it always sells. So why not do something a bit different? And this is something a bit different.
Yeah. There's a lot of pals in hits in the chat as well for this, considering it is another Wolverine. I've seen a few misses in there. Maybe
Rush give it a miss.
Oh dear.
Cowboy Collector said hit. Bond said hit, he loves the head scalps. Jay the Grind said once he saw Shirtless Wolverine, he knew Cyber was coming. Odorous Jay the Grind, that's coming next though. CJ Phoenix loves it. Matt W says a hit for the heads alone, but he likes it is different and will stand out. Jegler Buddin, new name, never seen that before. It's becoming a bit Wolverine overkill. But Wolverine sells. Like, Wolverine gives us all the Callistos and the Masterminds. That's what you got to think.
Look, these type of figures have got a salad at retail as well, and at comic shops, and especially in the US when they're at Walgreens, Walmart, Target, wherever. So you've got to put characters on the shelf that will be recognizable to the average Joe or the casual fan. Like, if you've just got obscure characters on the shelf, you're going to get the average Joe walking past. You need to get the Wolverines, the Spider-Mans, the Iron Mans, the Captain Americas on the shelf just to get people's interest, to grab their attention. So just think, we say it every single week. It's the toy business, people. So expect to see this. And I don't mind it when, as I said earlier, when they're giving the people that do already have 10 Wolverines something different at least. And yes, I've got 10 Wolverines, but I don't have a shirtless Wolverine. I don't have a beaten up head Wolverine. So I take it all day long. But yeah, that was revealed by Kevin toying around. Shout out to Kevin as always. Made sense from one Canadian to another.
And it's something to flash at 200 viewers as well. The shirtless Wolverine is flashing you all up. There you go.
I know, yeah, 200 reviewers is a little overwhelming. We're not used to so many eyes on. If you are expecting reveals, then stick around. We're still talking about other reveals. I'm just looking off to the side at what I might have to be show people, and I'm just like, they're not ready. Or maybe they are. That's when we're going to see the dip in viewership when I finally show them. Like, woof, that down.
Yeah, give a thumbs up now, people. Give a thumbs up now, right?
But again, hit the subscribe button. It pops up on the screen. Super chats are open. You know the score. Next reveal. Now, this one was done by, I say a small channel, but I don't mean that in a horrible way at all. Like, as I said, we all started off at 0. But this was at Annoying You with Friendship, who very sweet channel. I don't know the girl's name, bless her, but she's really nice. She does live streams. She does Marvel Legends reviews. What's her name? Did someone say that?
Carly.
Oh, I didn't see Rich's mouth move, and I heard her name in my head, and I'm like, is that my brain telling me it was Carly, or is someone else here? So shout out Carly then, Annoying You with Friendship. She's not annoying, and I'll be her friend, so that is, I don't mind. But she revealed Omega Red. Now, this one was a little bit different because it's a character that was had very recently. What's the wave that they came? Can you remember what wave it was?
In the Sauron wave, this came in.
Yes, Sauron wave. So we've already got it 2018, which isn't too long ago, but it's one of those characters that people probably that are on the fence probably don't jump at it straight away, thinking it's still going to be there, and then 3 months later it's on eBay for like triple the price. It's just one of those obscure characters, their figures that have done that. So I'm not mad at a re-release for this. In different colours, they're a bit more poppy to say maybe match the game that he was in.
Yeah, it's very like the Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom type of games, that kind of thing. Also animated series and like the Jim Lee look, like Robo was saying in the chat earlier, like this brighter red. You've got the Omega symbol on his headband as well. You've got that new face sculpt. It's just a really nice. It's little improvements, but they're much nicer. Like if you've never had Omega Red before or missed it the first time, you can get him now. That's a great thing. And if you had him before, but you still want to like upgrade, if it's on that retro card, people are going to buy it anyway. At least it's like improvement. It's improving that original. So that's always a good thing when you improve.
Yeah, as I said, if you're going to give me something a little bit different, and for a character like this, like you said, can fit in different places in the display, having two's not necessarily a bad thing. But they did give us 2 heads, which is always nice. So we get the 2 longer tentacles. They're not bendy white, unfortunately, like the Toy Biz ones. I think the Toy Biz ones were similar to the Sentinel figure, if I remember correctly. But we get 2 long tentacles and then 2 shorter tentacles so he doesn't knock over so many characters on display. And as I skip back and forth with the pictures, if the PAL doesn't cover it too much, you'll see that he's got 2 head sculpts as well. One sort of open mouth, you can see his red tongue in there, and then the other one's more of a gritty sort of teeth. So there are 2 different head sculpts, 2 different sort of sets of tentacles, short and long. So there are options. And this is the one, this is the reveal that sort of in my mind, not that one, this is the reveal, is that in my mind made me think it was a retro wave, because throughout listening to the Hasbro team during their many interviews, even in maybe one of mine, Ryan said if they're going to re-release a character, they like to do it and at least re-release it in a different way. So we've already got Omega Red in a builder figure wave. So if they're going to give us this character again so soon, then surely it's not going to be another builder figure wave. So in my mind, this confirmed it to be a retro. Now, I could still be wrong, of course, but I think amongst the collectors of us, that was the best educated guess. Now, are you on the same page there, Rich?
Yeah, I think retro collection, I mean, they could do something completely different, throw us all off. But yeah, I'd like this on a pile back. I mean, I'm on the fence if I get it. I've got the original Sauron. Would I get it again? Like, I like Marvel vs. Capcom, so I probably would. They've got me again. They just tricked me into it. But I know some people are like, this is probably going to be like a miss for some people because they've already got that first one. But it's giving people a chance to get it. Like, that Sauron wave, for some reason, I mean, Bishop always comes up as well. A lot of people missed those figures. And I don't know why, because they were around for a good chunk of, like, I think it was like 2019. They were around for a good chunk of that year, and then all of a sudden no one seems to be able to get them anymore. Everyone missed them.
It happens once with loads of that's what's crazy about collecting at the minute, is that you never know what's going to peak. Like at first, when figures first hit retail, they're available everywhere. They're in America, they're on Big Bad, they're on Dorkside, they're on whatever else, Walmart, Target, wherever. In the UK, they'll be on Kapow, Star Action Figures, In Demand Toys, wherever else, Toys R Us, wherever else you shop. So people that are on the fence about them, they just go, I'll wait. But then if you wait and then you keep waiting, certain characters just somehow go crazy on the aftermarket. Like I remember,
come on, Dark Phoenix, come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've literally got. I've seen your comment actually about the Dark Phoenix pack, saying some people are waiting for their in case of bankruptcy pack. Like, this is definitely my in case someone hits my car or I need to buy a new engine. This is my in case an emergency pack. So yeah, if they release a Dark Phoenix.
The worst thing.
Oh, welcome back, Brandon. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hello. The worst thing is
your makeup looks better now, Brand.
Yeah, thanks. I had to powder it. I had to, I don't even know what else there is. Anyway, just the lighting, all the rest of it. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the worst thing is when you think that they're going to re-release something, and then because it's like the 40th anniversary of the Dark Phoenix saga and that kind of thing, and so you sell your highly sought after Toys R Us box set, which has a lot of sentimental value, and then they don't re-release it when you thought they were going to re-release it.
How many people do that though? Like sell figures.
I did that.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Not just you though.
Did that last year.
But you're not the only one. Other people are doing the same thing where they expect to re-release around the corner, so they sell while the aftermarket is high. And I know some people hate that, but it is what it is, people. Do you know, like some figures people are willing to pay more from, and who are we to say no, don't pay more money for that figure that you actually want to pay for? Like, it's their money, whatever. So yeah, some people try and sell while the aftermarket price is still high, expecting a re-release, and sometimes it just doesn't work in their favor. I know a lot of people did it with like the Spider-Man retro, what was it, Mysterio and Kingpin, the Build-A-Figure Kingpin. Like, people were getting rid of them knowing that the retro wave was coming. But if those retro wave ones didn't come, and whoops, you'd be down a couple of key characters in your Spider-Verse. So yeah, you got it's a sneaky game, the aftermarket with Legends, but it's a game definitely. Right, let me get back to these reveals because there's still one more. So
wait, how many people are in the chat?
Over 222 at the minute, Brandon.
Wow.
Yeah, say hello to them. Just give them a wave. Give them a wave. Give them a wave, Brandon.
Sorry, give them a wave.
There you go.
Jay's Toy Collection said Dark Phoenix giveaway at 250 viewers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I need about 2,000 viewers, and maybe we'll talk about it. But no, it's good. It's good. As I said, if you are new here, we're here every week, people. Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? But yeah, hit the subscribe button and come back. I hope we see you again next week. Yeah,
me too.
Yeah. Okay, back to the reveals. So shout out Annoying You with Friendship. That's where Omega Sentinel was revealed. Now, it went back to Shartimus Prime. Of course, Shartimus was sitting on a reveal. Of course he was. No one was surprised to see Shartimus with a reveal. And he revealed Cyber, who is basically, like, he said the reverse of Wolverine, which is not wrong because his skin is adamantium, but he has like tentacles in his fingers as well, if I'm not mistaken. But he's got adamantium skin. Is that correct, Rich?
Yeah, he's got adamantium skin, so like except for his face, he's got it like all over him, and he's like indestructible. He's got like superhuman strength. So yeah, he's like mostly a Wolverine villain. Like he was around like Wolverine 100-ish, I want to say.
Yeah, in the 90s as well. It's quite a recent, I say recent, 90s is like, what, for nearly 30 years ago? I forget. I think of 90s like it was last week, and it's like, no, 30 years ago. What an idiot.
He did come back in like an old thing, Scarlet Spider, and he was like pretending to be one of the slingers. I think it was like Ricochet or something. That was like quite recently. But yeah, otherwise he was more like a 90s like big brutey villain to fight Wolverine, that kind of thing.
And that was one of the criticisms, if you want to call it a criticism, when this got revealed, is that people were saying that this guy had the potential to be a builder figure. So they're not too sure how big he's going to be. But from Shartimus's video, he does look pretty beefy. Like I'm not complaining about the size myself.
It depends. So I think the version everyone goes to for that big beefy one is like the Sam Keith version, like the Max, that kind of thing. So his was like he does these big hulking characters. I mean, like the Max, like that figure that came out in like the Indie Heroes line. That's like worth loads of money on. That's huge. Like with that, he's been drawn differently by different people. So I mean, like it's on the Colossus mold even. It's on the Colossus mold. So like I would say they are kind of similar sizes. I mean, obviously, like he's been drawn bigger, but I think like on your shelf, I mean, you don't want this big brute thing. I mean, some people maybe do, but I think for my shelf that fits like just the right scale type of thing.
I'm just looking at the chat. I'm just laughing at some of the chats on the comments. Expecting reveals. Look, I didn't say I was revealing anything. Rich, are you revealing anything?
I only knew I was coming on like 2 minutes before this started.
It's true.
Anything that happens today, I'm completely out of, right?
The Few says the hit all day. I'm assuming that's Robo. Robo, is that you? He was waving back at you, Brandon, when you were waving.
Yes.
But he's a new character for the shelf hit all day, and I completely agree. Like I live by that philosophy. Like I'm not a completionist when it comes to Legends. People assume I am, but as I said, everyone's got their own little rules. But one of my rules is if it's a character I do not have represented on the shelf in any form, then it's a character I'm adding to that shelf. So yeah, a few of these reveals, Callisto, Mastermind, Cyber, all brand new characters that will be adding to the shelf. So that's why
it's got some nice deco and some nice painting on that body though, looking at that picture. I mean, it could have just been like a plain navy figure, and that does look really nice.
Yeah, the metallic, as I said, if he's got that type of adamantium skin, then yeah, you'd expect it to be a little bit shiny. So I'm quite happy with that. Because like you said, they could have just cheaped out and just did it the plain sort of navy. But no, that metallic's nice. And it came across well in Shark's video as well. So yeah, they were the reveals then, people. Let me just bounce backwards and we'll do a quick recap. So Callisto. I keep saying what's like. There's a
Callisto.
Because there's a wrestler called, what's his name? Never mind. If you're a wrestling fan, you know who I'm getting it confused with. That's where my brain wants to say. Right, Mastermind. Oh, on this picture, it always freezes on this picture. I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to have to go back.
Mastermind's powers, man.
Yeah, honestly, that picture crashed my thing, and last time a picture froze, it crashed my stream, and I definitely don't want to crash with 240 people here. Bloody hell. Okay, so who was it? Let me get those pictures back up. Shirtless Wolverine, wasn't it? That was the next one. And then Omega Sentinel, Omega Red, Omega Sentinel. No, Omega Red. See, I'm getting confused. Right, okay. See, for the 250 people that are here, we're a three-man crew. So all these graphics on screen, it stresses me out sometimes. So bear with, people. Bear with. Okay, there we go. Back to the pictures. Okay, so Shirtless Wolverine was toying around. Omega Red was annoying you with friendship, and then Cyber was Shartimus. And to prove that Rich had these ready to go for today, we were going to talk about these characters as potential Marvel Legends today, regardless of these reveals. And here are the graphics that Rich put together, ready for today's stream. You didn't waste your time, Rich, because we're showing them off right now. I need to tweak the size. There you go, tweak the size a bit. There we go. Is that better crops? There you go.
Now the funny thing is that we plan these streams like we've discussed themes for like July and August.
Yeah, we try to stay ahead of the game, essentially.
And we kind of go through it so that we go through themes so that it's like, okay, we have a theme in mind. So when a week comes up that we need a theme, or when something is happening and with reveals and we have a theme that relates to those reveals, then we can pull that theme out and deliver it on a Thursday. So this was just amazing that Rich, like 2 or 3 of the reveals, Rich had them planned, ready to go.
Yeah, and I think as well, this is like Robo and Veebs had a lot of these as well. I think it just shows that Hasbro they know what we want. Like it's a lot of like must-wanted characters. Like even like Cyber came up in the chat, Mark Tac. Like every week in the chat, I'm writing down what people are saying. So like people want an X-Villains, like saying for like loads of weeks they want an X-Villains stream. So that got written down. And then every time you say something, I'm like making notes of it. Like, do we want that? Do they want that? It's not just what I want. I try to guess what the most popular characters that we all want are. There's no point just doing my list. We've had Tiger now. What else can I say?
It's true. But as I said, this is a testament as well. Let me just skip through these pictures so you can see that Rich made all 3.
Yeah. And the other thing is we're at 250. We're at 250 viewers. There's a hell of a lot of likes on the video. I think let's give the people what they're here for.
Okay. Well, you need to give me a second then to sort myself out. So just jump to the chat and see if we've got any new names in there. Old names, new names. Say hello. This is your opportunity. Brandon, the world famous Hero.collections, will say your name. Speak your name into existence.
So Nicole Evans says the Boog should get Blue Marvel. I completely agree. I would love to see that. Ken Paul Live is here. Says great live stream. More Marvel Legends. Thank you, Ken Paul. We appreciate you. CJ is in the chat, and who else we got? AB Nugler is here. I think we said that earlier. Jason Lopez is here.
Oh, don't give him any credit. Don't give him any love. He's been telling people to subscribe and unsubscribe.
We got Sunny S994, Jay the Grind, Renard Brown, Nicole Evans. Let's see. Who else we got? Bay of Pigs. Omar. I wonder if a custom Venom can be made from I think he's talking about the cyber body, maybe.
All right, 1 second. Sorry, I don't like awkward silence when there's so many people here, but I'm trying to sort out this special.
So, Rich, which was your favorite reveal out of the reveals that we got?
Callisto. I mean, she's been one I've wanted for a long time. It's a lady legend. Come on. But I think, like, to be fair, all good reveals. I mean, like Mastermind, I would put him on the brown body. But I mean, from like what Superstar showed in his pictures, you can swap it with those other bodies, so you can kind of get like a Hellfire looking Mastermind, which is like a good thing. And I mean, Cyber again, a lot of people wanted that. It's another Wolverine villain. And Omega Red and Shirtless Wolverine. They like if you've missed Omega Red the first time around, it fills out your collection. If you're an ACB artist like you, Brandon, you can have like a Shirtless Wolverine to admire now. I know you can't wait for that, man.
It would be amazing.
Yeah, and just another comment as well on these reveals. Like like we said, like Rich was saying, that it shows that the Marvel team know who we want, or at least got their ears on the ground. And it is a testament to them, because look at all the other brands that are owned by the same corporation. Like Hasbro owns so many really popular toy lines, especially during this golden age as well. But the Hasbro team, again, and I know it sounds like I'm licking ass, and I am in a way, but it's deserved, because they're the only ones that have got their ears on the ground. And these reveals, they didn't have to do it this way.
Unparalleled is in the chat. What's up, bro?
They could have done this. Just sort of added these reveals to their Fan First Thursday, but instead they gave them to some YouTubers, and a mix of YouTubers as well. Not everyone we expected. Some we expected, of course, but then others that we didn't expect. So, as I said, got to give credit where credit's due, and they're trying different ways to market. And as I said, it's the toy business, so you can't be mad at them for trying these new ways. And it was interesting. It was fun to sort of see who's revealing it, where it's going. And just as a fan, as I said, like of course I would have loved to have officially revealed something, and maybe I will, but it's not Excalibur though. Someone in the chat's like, is it Excalibur? I've asked them for Excalibur, then they're not going to give me that. That's too big. Yeah, like it would have been nice to reveal something, but at the same time, just as a fan, it's always nice to just sit back and watch, because I always say, first and foremost, I'm a fan, and even without a YouTube channel, I'd be collecting. I do think having a YouTube channel and being so embedded in this community definitely enables me to be more dive in head first than I probably would have if I was casually collecting. But still, I'm here now, in it for the long haul. But let's get into our special reveal, because Brandon, you got all the links for this.
Me?
You're the person and the people that people appreciate during this stream. People come here to see your pretty face, not mine. Okay,
yeah. Okay, yeah. It's Dan who reviews. Definitely says Brandon in the title. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Look, if you ask the chat, look, chat, light us up with some Brandon emojis, all right? Because we need to remind Brandon why you're here. No one's here for me. I'm just the host of the show. Brandon is the main event. Shout out to Unparalleled Universe as well. And shout out to Robo and Unparalleled in here. I was telling Wade earlier that I actually wanted to fill in an application form to join Toy Town. I don't know if anyone was watching his live stream with Robo, but they were talking about building some sort of society called Toy Town, and I would like to put myself forward as mayor as Toy Town. I reckon I would be a fair but firm rule out of Toy Town. There you go. Look at all those Brandon emojis, people. Look, people are here for you. Those channel members love you. I appreciate.
You know what I want to see? I want to see some Hellfire Hanks, and I want to see some Frogman. Let's go.
That Brandon emoji is so good. No pins as well. No pins. We appreciate you all. Right. Shall we get into what we wanted to show the people?
Let's go for it. Let's do it. We've got 250, 240 here.
Do you have the figure ready?
No time like the present.
Do you have the figure ready to show off when I pull the pictures up?
Oh, hold on.
It's a prototype. Be careful.
I got one next to me. The other one's over there.
Have you rubbed the numbers off the head?
Yeah, I put blue tack over it.
I'm excited to see this because I haven't got a clue what's going on. So let's hope I know these characters and test my knowledge now. Let's see if I know.
They've gone deep.
Hold on. Okay, wait, hold on, Dan. So you've got which one have you got?
The yellow one.
Okay, great. And I got the blue one. Okay, cool. Okay. So just before we do this, I just want to see in the chat. So Dan has a yellow one. I have a blue one. What do you guys think these are? Dan has a yellow one. I have a blue one. Let's just let this catch up and see what they got.
And once again, thank you for the opportunity to do this.
We really appreciate it. We know that we love you guys. You guys are just the best in the game. Best fans.
You can reveal Tigra. Imagine if it was. We actually had the Tigra. Shout out Blake with the super chat as well. I think Friday's broke today. Typical for him to break on the day where I've got the most people watching me ever. But he says, where's Rich M's emoji? That's true. Rich, we need to get you an emoji. Do you have any suggestions for an emoji?
Is there an egg? Put an egg in. An egg. There you go.
Hold on. So we got. So Z-Man kicks off, says Cyclops, Blue Retro, and Banshee. Marcus says Siren. Omar says Bishop and Jubilee.
He's just so going to be mad. They're going to be so mad.
Zella says Blob. Matt W says Toad and Avalanche. Justice Demon says Banshee. Who else we got? Jim.
Another Wolverine.
Bon Williams says Scroll. Banshee and Avalanche. Shield Agent. M&M's. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Dan, what we're going to do, put the figure above the camera, right, like out of view, and then start from the feet, and then slowly bring it down. You with me?
Okay. Oh.
Okay, ready?
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Ready?
Pow! There we go. Oh my God, Brandon, tell me about yours first and foremost. Just be careful you don't show those numbers on the head.
Yeah. I've so the numbers thankfully on mine are on the back, so I won't be able to turn it around. But this is Frogship. So it is.
Let me pull the angle. As you're talking, I'm going to pull up the official promo pictures that were sent over.
The official promo shots. So this is Frogship and Wolver Hank. So Frogship is Eugene when he had to travel to the past to warn the X-Men about the Sentinels, important, and about what future waves were coming. So he's great. Unfortunately, he's not pinless. This is a retro wave, so there isn't much new sculpt involved.
That's true.
He does come with his gun accessory, as is on the back. It isn't in the promo shots yet, as these are early prototypes, but these figures do come with alternate fists, and they do come with effect parts as well. So Wolver Hank comes with blood effect pieces, and Frogship over here comes with some sort of aura blast effects that you guys have seen before.
Yeah, we don't have them yet. They're in early development, so we've just got the figures now. But yeah, I'm just skipping through these pictures, these promo pictures.
Yeah.
These definitely weren't done in the last 10 minutes either. Why Brandon disappeared earlier? That was just a weird.
No, so that's Frogship there, and let's see Wolver Hank as well. I think we've got some promo.
Wow.
And there you go.
Rich, since you're here now, first impressions on
But
these.
do you know what? One of my favourite Toy Biz figures is Shard, and that's all I wanted was a boyfriend, Frogship. And now I'm gonna have that dream is gonna come true. Like Shard finally got someone that she can stand with. I can't believe it. Bishop's got someone who can fight.
So the Foosh says, "Is it bad that I want these?" The Foosh says, "Hit." Hit. So we have a hit. Jason Lopez says, "Hit." Casper says, "Hit." Marcus says, "Hit." Zuno says, "Hit." Bat Force Grump says, "No trigger hands." Yes. So Frogship comes with trigger finger hands and alternate fists, and the fists do come with effect pieces that fit around them as well.
I've got Frogship as well. I forgot that they sent in me as well. My bad. There he is.
And I got Wolver Hank here too. Wolver Hank is here as well.
There you go.
Great.
There you go.
There you go.
Let me just.
So Wolver Hank comes with clawed fists and regular.
Just going to go full screen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go
for it.
There you go.
There you go. Exclusive reveal right here on It's Dan Who Reviews.
Look at that.
Whoosh approves. Who else we got giving us some hits? Phil Jones says amazing. Darren Bradley says hit. Nicole Evans says hit. Super Sorrel says hit. Showing some love. Nicole says best reveal. M. Beltran says I'll take 2 of each, please.
I'm so glad people are enjoying it, because this is going to go off 2 ways, right? We were either just going to get pure hate, people were going to boycott us, just leave the chat, and instead they're just leaning into it, going, yeah, that's a hit, and that is the type of people that I love that we have in this community. Do you know, so obviously people.
Yeah.
Obviously, people, this is just a bit of fun, and we're not taking the piss in a jokey way. We do it with love. We do it with love. Me and Brandon are obviously gutted we never got anything to show. It's not. We've only done a show about Marvel Legends for 43 weeks in a row, but don't worry about it. Mark tacked out with the super chat. He says, "Get these to a Thanos chopper, rider, and we are golden." Yeah, if we had the pieces to kit bash one of them 10 minutes before the show, we would have done that as well. But no, we're obviously only joking, people. It's all love, because we've actually gained viewers in that sort of moment. So word is travelling fast about, especially Frogship. I think Frogship was a big hit in the chat there.
The funniest thing though is they don't know that we're saying Frogship. Frogship. Ship.
Type it in the chat, Brandon. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, I just put it in the chat.
Yeah. But no, we're obviously it's all love. It's all done in love, and as I said, I'm sure you guys understand that as well.
So these will be Hasbro Pulse UK exclusives.
Just going with it. Yeah, just go with it. Yeah.
We haven't been told anything about if they're going to be a retro wave or when they're going to come out or anything like that. All we know is that these are Hasbro UK exclusives.
Rob the Plastic Hour says Dan Who's Lab Thanos Copter. Yeah, we're announcing that. That will be announced before the Sentinel gets shipped. Probably July time. But yeah, the Thanos copter. Hopefully, we can put that into a reality.
Omar Vasquez says, sorry, Americans. Grumps have said it's a Target exclusive in America. Brandon is into marketing, and he has been on the phone to Target to try and make that happen.
Yeah, we're trying. You know, we're trying. And look, if these the rumor is
Thank you to David as well. Thank you for David.
Wait. Are you laughing at what I'm laughing at?
Look, this is your own fault. This is your own fault, Ryan. This is your own fault. I've got no sympathy. Your legal team can speak to my legal team. This is.
What are you talking about? Our legal team is rich.
Rich, yeah, you are rich.
Yeah, I have got an LLB, you know.
Right,
give it right to me.
Ryan, you got any issues? I'd like to point you in the direction of Rich M at Displayed One on Instagram for any issues with our current reveal. Now, if these reveals don't end up being in stores, there must be some sort of distribution issue. We know Hasbro have issues at times, so if these do not hit soon, we'll blame it on distribution. And if they never hit retail, they'll probably be on an evergreen boat that was traveling up the canals of Egypt. That's going to be the reason.
And look, and if Amazon cancel your orders, then we'll try our best to see what we can do to resolve the situation. But you know, Amazon can be very temperamental, so it's hard to know, you know, what goes on.
Sonny's laughing because it's like, that's why Rich is here with laughing face. Like, yeah, we need legal representation just in case. We just put our lawyer first and foremost on the screen. Rectangular's late to the party, and you know how hard it was to keep these reveals away from Rectangular.
Oh,
he is sniffing.
He had the code. I tell you what, the only way that we could stop him from seeing it was by deploying fake codes. One was for a retro Hawkeye, a classic Hawkeye, and the other one was for Hawkeye's bike.
That Hawkeye bike,
like his air cycle thing. Yeah. That was the only way we could keep Rectangular off our tracks.
Yeah, Rectangular, I know you're late to the party, but you did just miss our secret reveal. Sorry, I didn't give you the heads up. You know I love you, but yeah, these had to be kept secret. But yeah, beautiful. Okay, I appreciate everyone sticking around as well. We have lost a few people in that moment. I think a few people were like, okay, fair enough. It's funny, and now we're over it. So let's get back into our regular scheduled program. Shout out Bring Toys to Work with the super chat. It's $20. Much appreciated. I don't know what is wrong with Friday today. Friday was working at the start of the show, and now she's broke. She's lazy. I apologise. But I appreciate the super chats all the same. I will read them out to you instead. So Bring Toys to Work. He says, I believe in this YouTube channel and everyone else should as well. You need an action figure, late night talk show, toy talk, late night with plastic or something. Much appreciated, Bring Toys to Work. He was saying some kind words to me on Instagram as well, which is much appreciated. It really is. Yeah, we're here once a week. Legends and Liquor with the channel members helping me do some more live streams once every 2 weeks. But yeah, keep those channel memberships rolling, and hopefully I can get in some more. Basically, the more channel memberships I have, the more ammunition I have to the missus to sort of say, look, let me do some more live streams, all right? So thanks to Omar as well, the super chat. He says these will be on eBay shortly, going for more than blood, mark my words. Sneaky. Shall we put one on eBay just to see how much they do go for, Brandon? Just as a little social experiment.
That would be funny.
But yeah, no, we're doing it all with love, of course. And Ryan was in the chat, and hopefully Ryan gets we're only playing as well. It's all. I genuinely think the way Hasbro were taking the piss. There you go. See, Rectangular is learning our slang.
Oh, Major Bloods in stock and Star Action Figures. Anyone in the UK? Run.
yeah. There is. But no, it's all love. It's all love. I actually do think the way that they did the reveals, and I said that earlier, was actually a great way, and it shows that the Marvel team are actually got their ears on the ground. And I like how they picked smaller channels, especially Super Scroll, who's smaller than. Oh wait, he's got 3 times the amount of subscribers as me. But great choice.
Yes, and the other one, and my other favorite, just on that was Carly's. Annoying with friendship, because I think I'd stumbled across some of her reviews before, but never I'd scroll past them maybe or watch them briefly or anything like that. But after that, when she announced that she would be having a review, I then spent more time looking at her channel, and I really enjoy her content. And her reveal was actually probably my favorite. Just because the way she did it, how she did it, the detail, the review aspect that she brought to it, I loved it. So I think it was definitely an amazing way to put these out to go into the community.
Yeah, and if people can't tell, it's British sarcasm. I'm actually very happy for Super Sorrel and more UK content creators getting out there. I am teasing, of course, but as I said, it's British humour. I'm just a sarcastic bastard, essentially. But it's nothing but love. Right, let's get into our regular scheduled programme. I need to actually close these promo picks and open up our actual picks. So 1 second, and I'll
did anyone laugh at those promo shots?
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
Did you notice that? No, I didn't.
By the way,
sure if anyone would notice.
If people noticed that Brandon had disappeared for the first 10 minutes of the stream, that's what he was doing.
That's where I was. That's what I was doing. I regret it. I should have planned ahead and probably taken like the black background ones, but I did try, but I didn't have anything really that I could use.
Right, let me get these actual.
Oh, that was fun.
No, it was fun. It was all fun. It was all love. Right, let's get into some actual Marvel Legends talk. So we've still got over 220 people here, which we appreciate every one of you. So now we're going to get into our regularly scheduled program, and this is what we usually do. Obviously, that was just me and Brandon, and poor Rich was just there for the journey, just having a bit of a joke. But now let's get into what we actually do, and we like to speculate and talk about the future of our favourite toy line, and that is, of course, Marvel Legends. So Rich is already free for free because we're getting, and we're getting. Okay, so we're getting all three of them. So Rich predicted it. It's happening. Is Rich going to be right with these next ones? Let's get into it. So first up, Exodus. Am I saying that right, Rich? Exodus.
That is right, yeah.
Speak to us about Exodus, because this character design seems like doesn't seem too crazy. It seems like you could use some pieces we've already got and make this happen.
So Exodus is the former leader of the Acolytes. So back in the 90s, when Magneto got mind wiped by Professor Xavier, Exodus kind of took over the Acolytes. He became the main leader of them while Magneto was out of there. And then when he came back, he's a bit of a bastard, to be honest with you. He completely destroyed Asteroid M, not the comic shop, best comic shop in the UK, not that comic shop, but the actual Asteroid M. He battled Holocaust in space when Holocaust came over from the Age of Apocalypse. All the Acolytes went down and he went down with it. He's kind of like this psychic vampire for a bit. He was absorbing the energies of X-Man and Cable. And then it turns out that he's this really, really old mutant, one of the first mutants from the 12th century. So he's born in Paris. And then there was this whole adventure with Black Knight is a legacy title. So it kind of carries on throughout everything. So Black Knight went to the past with Cersei, got trapped in the old Black Knight's body, and his best friend was Exodus. And then Exodus and him went on this journey to find this mystical thing. Exodus, he left Exodus because he found Cersei, realized he was from the future, buggered off. And then Exodus, Apocalypse found him, activated his mutant powers, realized he was way too powerful, and imprisoned him in this tomb in, I think, the Alps or somewhere. And then Magneto woke him up and had him serve as his right-hand man. I mean, he's a bit of a dick, not gonna lie. He was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent at one point with Brian Bendis, not the best storyline ever. And now he's back in Krakoa serving on the council in Krakoa, one of the main villains in there at the moment. He's a much wanted figure. You had him back in the Toy Biz line, I think in the X-Force wave, maybe. But definitely one of the early Toy Biz waves, but never in a Legends
one of the 5-inch sort of retro car back Toy Biz figures.
Yeah. This is much more fun when I've got notes in front of me. So sorry if I ramble then.
No. So essentially, a bad guy known to be Magneto's right-hand man.
Yeah.
And he's got a bit of history. Is he as old as M. Sabinor, what's his name?
Not as old as Apocalypse, no, okay. But he was about the 12th century, so he's from Paris, and his name was Bennett de Paris, I think. Bennett de Paris, à la française.
There you go. Bonjour, oui, that's all I know. Okay, next up, Executioner, and if you couldn't tell, there's a big X at the front, but it's definitely Executioner. Now this looks like it could be a deluxe figure, a builder figure, loads of weaponry on his back, I assume. So yeah, what have you got about this one, Rich?
So the Executioner, he is an former FBI agent who decided to go bad. I mean, he wants to kill mutants because they had a run-in with his father. So he wants to kill mutants before they can kill humans. So he kind of like runs into the X-Men. All his armor is basically sheer armor that he's stolen. So like he's got like a transporter, he's got like shields, that kind of thing, all that he's like picked up over the years. And like his first appearance is that annual I was talking about where Mastermind dies. That's his first appearance. So he goes to kill Mastermind, not knowing the Mastermind is dying anyway, type of thing. So then he has friends with like different mutants over the years. He goes after Rogue at one point. Like always, he's like he's like a human terrorist who wants to kill the mutants before they can kill like any humans. So he's all about like saving humanity.
So would he be a Build-A-Figure type scale, or would he fit?
No, he's like normal size. So again, he had a figure back in that Toy Biz era, in the Toy Biz waves. Never had a legend, but he's another figure, because I think he's got quite a unique look. So I mean, like that hood comes off, and he's just got like a human face underneath. But he's like a figure that comes up in lots of poses. People want him because he's got like a really interesting like cape, like flowy look, that kind of thing.
Assassins with lots of weaponry are always very popular. Like Rectangular in the chat saying Deathstroke, LOL. But Brandon, Exodus and Executioner. Like the look of any of these to be created in legend form?
Exodus looks like it would be pretty easy to do. Just from a body standpoint, you could
that
easily
cape
see that
though on Exodus. That cape, man, how are you gonna do that? He's got the fanciest cape this side of Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, true, very true. Very true. I think Executioner, like Rich says, he's popular because of the that assassin type vibe. I think that if he's also appearing on a lot of lists that a lot of people are looking for something like him or looking for him, then it's definitely a contender. Because you know what they're like. They like to give us some of those deeper characters that you'd never think were going to get a legend, but then you're super happy when they do get a legend. If you're a fan of the character, if you're not a fan of the character, you're like, oh, that's a cool action figure, I'll buy it anyway. And then it gets you researching the character, you enjoy it, and everybody's happy.
Lots of hit in the chat for both of these characters. I'm just sorry, I should have paused.
Parallel said as well, super down for Exodus.
But yeah, when Exodus popped up on the screen, we got a lot of hits. Hit the chat straight away. Marcus, she says Exodus on the Spider UK book. I guess that could work. Rush said hit. Big Will said hit. Cloud said hit. Abnugler said hit. Mark Tac said hit. In Parallel Universe called us arseholes straight up. Fair enough.
No. He said one of us is.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Brandon. Sorry. I don't think you're an asshole.
Hey, no.
Sunny said hit about Exodus, and then when we moved on to Executioner, I got ahead of myself. But people know how to play this game by now. People were saying hit in the chat as well. Rectangular says miss and miss, which is fine. David Evan Smith, he says extra hit, but Executioner no thanks. Z-Man says hit. I think for Executioner. Tac says hit. CJ says hit, and I'm assuming that's for Executioner. Talon says Executioner hit. Okay. So both seem very popular. They only one or two misses amongst that, but off to a good start there, Rich, with Executioner and Exodus. Can you tell these are X-Men villains? These seem to be extremely popular. Excellent choices, Rich. Exquisite, excellent choices for these X-Men Exodus. Okay, moving on to Frenzy's ruined it. Frenzy, no more X jokes. Frenzy.
X-Frenzy.
Frenzy, female character with some interchangeable heads. This seems like something up your alley, Rich.
So Frenzy is a member of the Acolytes, but the Acolytes all had similar uniforms. So in this pack, we've also got Scanner with the blonde hair, and I'm going to butcher this name, but Unision. I'm going with Unision, right? That's good. Unision. So that's Eunice, the Untouchable's daughter, Unision. So they are two more members of the Acolytes. The Acolytes essentially had the same base uniform. There was like a couple of variations, but you could kind of like, with that, they, like apart from like the alternate hands type of thing, in other ones they had gloved hands. You could get away with it. You could do like that New Mutants Stanley Moonstar pack with alternate heads for Scanner and for and Unision as well. Frenzy, though, I think is the most wanted one. I mean, she was a bad girl back in the day.
Bad girl.
So she was part of like the Femizons. She was part of like a Magneto, and not Magneto. Her first appearance would be like X Factor, where she was like working for Apocalypse as, I think it was the Alliance of Evil. You two have got these notes. I haven't got them. Help me out. Come on. Alliance of Evil, I think. I think it was the Alliance of Evil she was in. But
let me see. So yeah, she was.
Yeah, and then I think she was then more well known from when she was part of a member of the Acolytes. She eventually joined the X-Men in Eve of Destruction. Jean Grey kind of like mind warped her to get her on to this standing X-Men team in between like Chris Claremont's run and Grant Morrison taking over. But then she fully came back to the X-Men in X-Men Legacy. That's when she kind of became good. Then there was like this alternate universe Age of X title where she was in love with Cyclops. She lived years and years with Cyclops. I can't see anything. I just see Brandon laughing. What am I doing? Am I doing it wrong?
No. What I'm laughing at, right, is that what's her name? Lady J, right? Came arrived today after you guys told me that I needed her. So I was just trying to figure out her accessories. So what was happening was I'm just like putting her accessories on, and because you're just like going through, you just know what, like, everything. I'm just sitting here forgetting that I'm live on the stream, and I'm listening to you talk to me about Frenzy. So that's what I was laughing at.
It's a sad topic to have. Sorry,
I'm not used to over 200 people in my things, and my phone's like beeping, and like I'm like trying to ignore it and trying to keep professional. But we still appreciate over 200 people here, even after with our stupid reveal. But friendly, so Acolytes, isn't that who we just mentioned with
Exodus,
yeah.
So like Rush McGowan said, you should have included Amelia Vought's head as well. You could have included Amelia, but I don't like her. She's a bit of a slag and just sleeps with Xavier when she wants. So I wanted these three more. But she would be a good choice for us. She would be a good choice.
Like you said, with a Danny Moonstar pack as well. Like I love when Hasbro can do that. They can't always do that, but if they can just make a figure and give us different heads to represent different characters, then I'm all in.
I mean, it's the same with the male members as well. So the male members of the Acolytes. So you could do like Fabian Cortez, Senyaka, Milan. You can get Neophyte. You can get those ones as well onto like a male substitute to these. But like Frenzy, she's now like serving on Sword. She's like the bodyguard on Sword in the current, like, how she's had like a big turnaround. She's now good, and she's just like a really good character. One of my favorite characters in modern day X-Men. She's had a really good retribution arc, brilliantly written by Mike Carey in the X-Men Legacy run. If you want to check out a really good comic, check out X-Men Legacy under Mike Carey. Really good run of comics.
A few people are mentioning Sword in the comics as well. Would love to. Would be cool to see Frenzy in a new Sword look, says Dano. And then Radium says, yeah, the Sword uniforms are great. But a lot of people, when this picture came up, was just like Frenzy hit. Even the Fuse was saying that these Robo was saying that not his X-Men sweet spot, but interesting looking figures hit for sure. Matt Tactex says, wow, these are no Frog Ship and Wolverhank. But Rush says both of these are in my top 5 once, and I think he's assuming about the other two. But Sci-Fi George says Frenzy's a hit. Hair Extreme said hit. Matt W said Frenzy with a hit. Bayer Pigs was hit. Blake says yes, Frenzy, let's go. Robert says hit. And I do appreciate seeing new names here as well. So I'm trying to pick out new and old. But Frenzy so far so good. Benjamin says hit all day. Okay, on a roll. So far we haven't been hit with any. Nicole says, what's a slag?
Brandon, do you want to explain what a slag is?
Me. I was about to refer it back to you guys.
Sunny basically says straight after
that's
her
a
chat.
Welsh term.
Says,
I don't know nothing about that. Not me.
As a slag isn't a very nice term to call a female in the UK, unfortunately. Women would not like to be called a slag. It means you sleep around a lot. It means you are a hoe, like Sunny says. So yeah, if you call someone a slag, you'll probably get a slap. So it's not a nice term. So yeah, there you go. That's what it is, Nicole. So now you know. Before you go and call your mother a slag, definitely don't do that.
Don't call your mother a slag. Yeah,
don't do that. Okay. Next up, who's this old lady, Rich?
It's a man. That's That's Ruckus. Come on.
Oh, wait. I know all about him. His first appearance was X-Factor 75 in a few years before I was born, I'll admit, 1992. But Ruckus, aka Clement Wilson, he's the leader of Mr. Sinister's Nasty Boys. He has some pretty cool powers. He can absorb sound and redirect it as a sonic scream. He constantly finds himself at odds with all different kinds of the X teams. A really cool thing that I know a lot of people will know about, he was also a big part of the X-Men animated series. So he's never had a figure. Could easily be put together, kit bash from different figures, and given a nice official release. Everybody loves that animated series. So yeah, how's that, Rich? I know my X stuff.
You do, and as everyone knew, like Marvel had to put the Nasty Boys in the animated series because the naughty slags couldn't get clearance, could they? Mr. Sinister's female team.
I've just had to, in the chat, I've just had to accept the chat was blocking Nasty Boys. The chat was like, the YouTube algorithm was blocking people from saying Nasty Boys. So I just had to hit like show on.
Didn't they WWE as well, Nasty Boys?
I think so.
Tag team? A tag team, I'm sure they were.
I think so. A lot of hits though. A lot of hits for Nasty Boys. People are talking about slags now in the comments in the chat. Okay, so I'm guessing the slags are like you said, the female equivalent of the Nasty Boys, but Nasty Boys isn't such a horrible term. If someone called me a nasty boy, I'd be like, oh, don't be silly. Come on now, I'm a nice guy. But if you call someone a slag, they would slap you. But yeah.
You can call a male a slag too, Nicole. It's a gender-neutral term. Happy Pride Month, everyone, as well. Happy Pride Month.
Yes, absolutely.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, lots of hits. Rush, Joe, Robert, CJ with a lot of hits. He said, I'd buy 3 of them, maybe even 4, and use the long hair Black Widow for Amelia. Oh, I think he's on about Frenzy still.
Yeah, Amelia Vought.
Maybe the chat are a little bit slow, but that's fine. That's no one's fault. Ruckus would be another miss for me. Sorry, I'll just never read the books. We'll just put Rectangular down for a miss for the next 10. Is that all right?
No, there's some older ones come in. Okay. That I don't mean it like old for old people, but I mean like some more before 90s X-Men coming up soon. So I think Rectangular will like those a bit more.
Yeah. Marcus said to Robo, spit some beats. I do love that phrase, spit some beats. And no one ever used that phrase before, but I do now, trust me. I stand around in ciphers telling people to spit those beats. Is this his most, is this your mind's eye version of Ruckus? Is this one version of
this is like his only look. I think he came back probably at some point in like an updated look with cut hair, but I mean this is like his look from the animated show. I think he had more pink hair in the animated show, maybe a purpler jacket, but this has always been what he's looked like.
I thought it was Aunt May that went rogue or something. So,
oh, God.
But yeah, okay, nice. And people seem.
He's like, I think supposed to be like a rock star, that kind of look, that kind of vibe they're going for, like like Poison or something like that.
Yeah, like a 70s leading man rocker.
Yeah,
I get it. Toying around's in the chat. How you doing, Kevin? How you doing? We were talking about you earlier. Your ears.
Oh, go and check out Kevin's latest post on Instagram. It's pretty cool.
No. Joking. Imagine that. Imagine if people were like that blunt and rude. They're just like, no, I won't. No, of course I will. Shout out Kevin torn around. Empath. Now, good job it's Pride Month because you wouldn't get away with that outfit any other month. Empath.
Empath is not homosexual. We don't all wear pink dad and go around wearing pink low-cut V-necks. We're not all like that.
My bad. I'm the
Wait,
90s
I missed
stereotype.
that. But Empath. Okay, Empath I know a bit about. So he is basically, he's part of the evil counterparts to the New Mutants. So they are called the Hellions. They were like Emma Frost's team of Team Mutants. Empath himself, his name is Manuel. He's a Spanish mutant and has always been, as the guys say, a bit of a nasty boy.
Dick.
He has the ability to give, to sense and control the emotions of others, which obviously makes sense. Empath. Oh, if Jamie's in the chat, I know he's a Buffy and Angel fan. It's like Lorne, the empath demon. Anybody?
No, Jamie.
Anybody?
Jamie
Okay.
literally had to go. He messaged me, so don't worry. Jamie will catch
well,
us on the
thanks for
replay.
nothing, Jamie.
We love you. There you go.
He eventually started a relationship with the New Mutant Magma. I know Magma from X-Men Evolution.
I'd love a Magma figure as well.
Is that Magma in X-Men Evolution? Can't remember. And yes, and he and he. What was I talking about? Empath. Yeah,
I know the notes for this just say he's a dick quite a lot, so Brandon is trying to like not say that.
I was just pulling up Kevin's Instagram post just to prove that I did look at it. I'm not really a dickhead.
Oh wait, I need to actually check.
I was joking.
Sometimes I add stuff to my story,
shout out,
and I don't like, and I forget to like the post. Like I'll add it to my story and then forget if I like the post or not.
So Toying Around has like a little 1/12 kitchen essentially.
Oh no, I did like it. Yeah, it's so good.
Fair play.
Good. Although that's making me want pizza now. Anyway, yes, Manuel. So Manuel was a Hellion. He wasn't killed by Trevor Fitzroy like a lot of the others were. At the moment, he's serving with Mr. Sinister, and it's just, he's not a fan favorite.
I'm just reading Rich's notes. It's just like every other line. Massive dick. Not literally.
I wasn't reading the notes. That was me spitballing, freestyling.
Again, like people have pointed out as well, like the Hellions uniform is kind of a uniform as well. So you could get other heads on this type of thing. And again, with the girls' Cat's Eye Tarot, you could do the same with that. I mean, like they're mostly known for dying by Trevor Fitzroy, and like they caused like Emma Frost breakdown, which made her turn to the side of good and join Generation X. But yeah, a really good team, and like Empath is still around now being a dick. So who doesn't love a dick, boys? Who doesn't love a dick?
Hands up. Brandon did put his hand up. We got him. Okay, looking at the chat, a few people are saying miss on this one. John the Gorgon says miss on this fella. Damien says miss. CJ's a big fan though. CJ says hit. Does he wear this to the club? Nicole says. I would. I reckon it would go down well. His buddies with Safe Space and Snowflake. Okay. That I get what I shouldn't have read that one out. Never mind. We need we need to recorporate some of these lists. Rich does. Rich has. Have you not seen Rich's stories? He has like a Mac with all these files in.
Yeah, hit me up anytime, Rush. Anything you want, just let me know.
David Evans Smith, the super chat. Thank you very much. And Mike Podolsky is just subscribed. Thank you very much. But David with a super chat. And again, I apologise. I don't know what's happened with Friday. I can't hear her. You can't hear her. I'm assuming they can't hear her. I haven't turned her off. She's just run away. He said that 112 kitchen is from the Muppets toy line for the Swedish chef Muppet. Great dio. Kevin, he's giving away your secrets. Thank you, David. Jump to eBay, Brandon. Get yourself that kitchen. You can start your little toy channel with the kitchen and cooking.
Oh, wow. I will definitely have to check that out.
V-Man says hit. Bell and Pig says hit. Who doesn't love the dick hashtag? Blake says hit. Alternative heads. Rush is saying you could have unswappable heads on this one. Okay, so it wasn't so bad. Yeah, not bad at all. And Amanda's knowledge surprises me on some of these characters as well. Impressive.
Oh yeah, man. I've read all the X comics. Oh, I love these characters.
Do you know much about Destiny?
Destiny? Yes. Bro, who don't I know about anymore? Destiny, she first appeared in X-Canny X-Men, I want to say 140, 141, sometime like that in the early 80s.
He's good, Rich. He's good.
She's a major character from Mystique's Brotherhood of Evil. She's never had a figure. As Mystique's partner, she brought up Rogue. She served with her on the Brotherhood as well. She was eventually killed by the Mutant Legion, who has just got a figure. But while the current X-Men books have brought her back, has brought back the resurrection of many mutants, Moira has sort of outlawed Xavier from bringing back any precogs. So Destiny is a precog. She's a mutant precog. So Mystique repeatedly promises and denies her any return. But we'll see if that'll be resolved in any more X books that come out.
That's a recent rule as well in the comics, isn't it, Rich? Where they've said they can bring certain characters back, but then others not. Like Xavier has this.
So this is Moira's rule. So like Moira now is like being reincarnated. That's the big thing.
So this
Moira.
is House of X.
She doesn't want
type of.
Yeah, she doesn't want any precogs brought back to tell that the future, like she's failed, or the future, like the Sentinels are going to rise again. She doesn't want anyone to know that, so that's why she gets rid of all the precogs and to know about her as well and what she's up to behind the scenes.
Okay, I knew that was like a House of X, Powers of X thing with the Xavier only being able to bring back certain dead X-Men, but it was definitely something I'd read recently. Okay, give the chat a second to catch up because I do think they're like a minute or so behind. Damn, Moira is a savage, says Wing or Lose. Destiny is a total hit, says Zach Jack Dan. Ash45 says hit. Roger says hit. Bear Pig says Inferno. Destiny needs to come with at least one diary, says Pogo. Mousewick says he's back with another question, but I don't want to get distracted. But how are you doing, Mousewick? How are you doing? Jeremiah says Hickman is writing a new book called Inferno about Mystique's revenge for Destiny. Hit for Destiny all day, says Blake. Hit Sci-Fi George for Destiny. Speak on it, Rich M. Preach, says Blake. No, I added the preach, but I assume that's what he meant. Z-Man with a hit. 42012 with a hit. Tat with a hit. Justice for Destiny, says Wing or Lose. Damien with a hit. Blake with a hit. Inquisitive Minds with a hit. Yeah, I think the chat is a little bit delayed to us seeing it because it's quiet and then I just see loads of hits. But that's good. This quite a lot of hits for Destiny, actually, compared to the last couple of reveals. Does she have spray tan on her legs? Says Nicole. I'm not too sure.
It's like yellow tights, I think. So unless she's jaundiced.
Okay, all that. Or she's related to the Simpsons, of course.
It could be.
Her second name is Simpson, so Destiny Simpson's her full name. That would explain the yellow legs. She's my Destiny. I mean my Destiny. Back to the Future reference. Mark Tac. Blake, Mystique and Destiny is the most interesting couple in comics right now. CJ says another one. He's doing his DJ Khaled impression. Another one. Radium says hit. What did I miss? Abnugler says nothing. You missed absolutely nothing. Go back and watch the stream, Abnugler. Press rewind. Zach Jack Dan says I'm thinking Dan who is still going to reveal Destiny for us all. Imagine that everyone leaves because they're like, they were joking, they ain't got a reveal, and then right at the end we actually do have a reveal, and they're like, ha, we got you. It was a double bluff. Imagine that. Oh,
that isn't happening. I just want to put it out there before they really come for us. That is not happening.
It's all right. Our legal representation's here. Don't worry. We're good, Brandon. We're good. Right, beautiful, good choice. I like the look of this as well. Why the two heads? Explain that to me real quick.
So that's her masked head. So
that's a mask
the one
with
the big head.
Yeah.
That's she's blind, so she can't see. So obviously she's got a fully covered mask, but she can see the future, so she doesn't need to see. And then that's her normal head. So that's like when she brought up Rogue. She was like Rogue's foster mother with Raven. They both brought her up, and that was like she looked like under the mask.
Remember Mystic Meg on the lottery when she used to give numbers and she never got it right?
That's with that crystal ball. Yeah. If you were a real psychic, you'd just be a millionaire.
It must have been an 80s thing. Oops.
It wasn't. It was in the early 90s, like 97, 98. Mystic Meg. Do you not remember Mystic Meg? She literally was on. They used to the lottery or the lotto or whatever it used to be called. The lottery was like a whole half an hour TV show with like singers and dancers and Mystic Meg. It was like a half an hour TV show on a Saturday. It weren't just the balls after the news. Anyway, I'm right, I know, Rich. It was like a proper TV show.
Yeah. She had a TV show and she was like in the news of the world as well. Doing star signs and stuff.
He has no
idea. That
idea.
was brilliant.
Look at him. Gorgon, he's there.
Gorgon, this is one of your favourites, Dan.
I thought he was an Inhuman. Is he not an Inhuman?
No.
He
was in Secret Warriors. He fought against the Inhumans.
What Inhuman? No, I'm definitely getting him confused. All right, carry on. Someone talk, and I'm going to Google what I thought it was. Inhuman.
You want to take this one?
Yes, someone do, because I'm Googling. Inhumans.
Okay, so Gorgon is a more modern character. Premiered in Wolverine Volume 3, Issue 20, I believe. His name is Tommy. Hold on, Tommy Shishido. I hope that's right. And he's been a member of the Hand and of Hydra. He's a master of hand-to-hand combat. He also has like the mutant power to turn people to stone. And he's got like a healing factor the same as Wolverine does. He's a villain of the Wolverine. He's a villain of the Secret Warriors. But in House of X, he did accept the invite to Krakoa and became one of its sort of force captains. And during the X of Swords tournament, he was selected to represent Krakoa and became one of the few mutants to be defeated. And then while he was sort of being resurrected, he came back slightly differently because of his death on the other world. Although we don't know sort of what. Dan, do you know that there's like two of me right now?
Is Rich? Rich is dropped off. I think. My bad. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen. I'll go to pictures for a second. There is just for the record, I wasn't wrong. There is an Inhuman called Gorgon, so that's why when I seen the name Gorgon, I thought Inhuman. That's what I was googling. So I was.
Rectangular just said there is an Inhuman.
Yeah, so I was. That's what I was googling. So I was like, have I gone insane, or is there? But clearly, this isn't the Inhuman I was thinking of. That's all. It's all right. Richard's probably just dropped off. He'll come back in a sec. I'll get him back.
Okay, cool. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So we haven't had a figure of this character yet, of Gorgon. So it would be pretty cool. You got the robes there, so you could see some reuse with the MCU Doctor Strange, Mordo figures. So that could be pretty cool. Just looking at the chat, Wing or Lose says, "Yep, damn. There's two Gorgons in the Marvel comics." Blake says Gorgon is a beast in the X-Men comics since House of X. Who else we got?
You're good, Rich, by the way. You're good. You're back, yeah?
Yo, yeah, I mean, that went, sorry.
It's all good.
Okay, cool. Blake says Gorgon is a badass. Yeah. Gorgon seems popular, man.
Yeah, so Rich, before you dropped off, I was saying...
Mega hit from Nathan.
I was saying that there is an Inhuman called Gorgon. So when I heard Marvel character Gorgon, my brain went to the Inhuman character. Do you know the Brutey Inhuman character? But obviously it's a completely different character, both with the same name in Marvel. That's so it was a fair confusion. I was going to pull up a picture, but I can't be asked to mess my stream up anymore. Yeah, the chat's moving nice tonight, by the way. I do appreciate everyone who's sticking around through the ups and downs.
Yes, absolutely.
I do think we had over an extra 100 people in here earlier, and I do think it was because rumours spread that I had a reveal. I don't know why. I didn't say I did. Brandon was spreading rumours about it.
Me? I was panicking. Because I thought they were going to really come for us and just not be happy about it.
They still might not be.
But then once we got onto the stream and I saw that there was 250 people here that wanted to see a reveal, I thought, we can't let them down. So I picked up my camera, I took one for the team.
These are staying on my display.
Bashed those reveals, and I said, "Let's go."
These are staying on my shelf like this.
I might keep it. I think I'm gonna keep them like that. You know, I might put Hank on the X-Force body.
Right. So next up, you've put a character that again shouldn't need any explanation. It's very.
I've never heard of this character.
Yeah, okay. So it's a very recognizable character. It's Sabretooth, of course. But my question I'm just being devil's advocate now. I'm the audience asking. We've already got Sabretooth, and now we're getting his Age of Apocalypse version as well. There's a Dharma Select version out there. Like, we have versions of Sabretooth. Why do we need another one? What are we missing in the Sabretooth world?
So this is that classic Sabretooth from like the Mutant Massacre, from when he used to fight Iron Fist. Like, this is just that classic big brute look. I mean, this came out on a toy. This was one of the first Toy Biz figures I ever had as well. Was this version of Sabretooth? I think Sabretooth, Storm, and Nightcrawler, I think, and I used to play with them for like years. So my birthday when I could finally get another one. But it's just like an iconic look for Sabretooth. Like it's before he became like more tailored with that like head sock, that kind of thing. And it's just like I said before, like my first comic was Psylocke's introduction to the Uncanny X-Men, and in that issue, Sabretooth is like fighting Wolverine, and then he fights Psylocke as well in the X-Mansion, and he's in this costume. So for my own selfish reasons, this is my version of Sabretooth.
No, that wasn't me disagreeing. That was me just being devil's advocate. Like I always try and think from their perspective. So it was his first Sabretooth's first appearance then, genuinely in Iron Fist. I didn't think I would have.
Yeah, Iron Fist 14.
Yeah. 1977 you've got. I wouldn't have guessed that. If you would have said to me, where did Sabretooth originate or where was his first appearance, you'd go X-Men, wouldn't you? You wouldn't think Iron Fist.
I'm sure it was written by Chris Claremont, who went on to write the X-Men then. Like, I think he wrote the Iron Fist issues that he debuted in, so that was his villain. Him over.
Okay, yeah. So.
Yeah, he might not have even been a mutant back then, but he like brought her in, and then like for a time it was like, is he Wolverine's father? And then they like linked it in with all the Team X, all that kind of as well, Weapon X.
Okay, sneaky. Sabretooth is a character though where people have their own preference, and because he's such a recognizable X-Men villain as well, like people weren't happy with the last head sculpt that was on the previous one, and there's some customs going around. I can't remember the customizer's name, but there's some really good customized heads of Sabretooth going around. I've seen on the Instagrams and stuff.
Was it Sculptor Shop? I don't.
Yeah, it could be.
I know he did Beast. So and I'm thinking he did.
That rings about. It rings about. They're too rich for my blood, but they look very good. So yeah, I don't think anyone would complain. I get another opportunity to get Sabretooth. Sabretooth's another character that we were talking about earlier on the aftermarket, where if you go on eBay right now and try and get Sabretooth, you're paying at least triple retail, boxed, brand new, of course. But yeah, the A-list X-Men villains, and would you call Sabretooth an A-list X-Men villain? I guess he's not as in not for most recognisable.
Wolverine's.
Yeah. I would as well. As in not the most powerful. Obviously, there's more powerful ones, but as in like A-list villains that people know, roll off the tongue with X-Men. You'd go obviously to Wolverine because, like you said, he's Wolverine's arch nemesis. So you'd go to Sabretooth, of course.
Like the X-Men animated series, he was like the big bad for Wolverine as well, wasn't he? So it was like, and in the first X-Men movie as well. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rectangular said I did an ABA shot set up with Iron Fist and Sabretooth. Nice. Rectangular needs to get back on his ACBA game. He's like a former podium. I think he got like he might have got first place or third place or something a while ago. I think I could be wrong, Rectangular, but you definitely got some sort of ACBA award, I think, in the past. Hit for me. See, there you go. Rectangular did say hit. We knew we'd get him back around. Hyperion body mold for this one, says the Wolfpack. I'd like a bigger body. Says that's what Cloud says the same. I'd love a bigger body. Rectangular says he's A-list for sure. Abnugula says hit, wouldn't care if he's in a Hyperion mold. He wasn't as big as in this era, but rather they used the Omega Red body mold from now on. I think a lot of people were saying stuff when that Omega Red body first came out. People like Sabretooth and Comic Venom should be on that bigger body, but they've really not used it that much at all, to be fair. I like the release of the Yelling Face Sabretooth Bob, says Daz Limey. AOA Sabretooth body mold for this one. No, I was a judge. Oh, okay. I knew Rectangular had something to do with the ACBA crew. He was a judge. There you go. You need to get Rectangular to critique your photos, Brandon. He's a former ACBA judge. Get him to critique.
Wait, who is?
Rectangular.
No way.
Yep. Victor, says Roger. We're talking about the X-Men cartoon, of course. Phil Jones says hit. And Bring Toys to Work says hit. This would be perfect on retro card. Yeah, I'm a sucker. First of all, I'm a sucker for the retro card, but give me the, like we said, A-list characters on retro card. Then it's an instant pre-buy anyway, just because you want those characters for display. Like Rich is even buying the 3 3/4 characters just to display on card now, which you didn't think he'd do. But those cards can get you. They're like picture frames, ain't they? They like my missus has got pictures in the kitchen of like a pineapple. I'd rather display a retro Sabretooth. Do you know what I mean? Don't need a picture of a pineapple. Dear. Okay, next up.
Who else we got?
Lady Mastermind. So you mentioned this earlier, Rich. So Jason Wingrave, his girlfriends.
Wingard. This is his daughters. So Regan and Martinique. So you've got Regan with the blonde hair and Martinique with the brown hair.
So they're not like twins.
Confuse them. No, they're sisters. I think maybe half sisters.
Are they doing it for themselves?
Yeah, independent ladies.
Yeah. This is where you said sisters. Then I was like, sisters are doing it for themselves. It's true, they don't. Clearly, that top holds them up for them.
And if you confuse the blonde one and the brunette one, don't worry, because Marvel's editorial team constantly confuse them as well. We don't know which one it is. They just decide afterwards. Yeah.
Do they do that on purpose, though?
Like in the current ones? No, it's because they're just not keeping track of them. I think what it was when Regan, the blonde one, debuted in Extreme X-Men with Chris Claremont. And then Uncanny X-Men in the time was being written by Joe Casey, and he'd also done a Lady Mastermind, Martinique, and they weren't communicating with each other and didn't realize that they both created a daughter of Mastermind. So then they had to retcon it to be like, they're half sisters of each other. And then since then, Pixie has become another half sister of them. Like Mastermind got around. Someone was asking earlier, the male version of a slag, it would be Mastermind. There we go.
Pixie's the one with the big pink wings as well. We haven't had a Marvel Legend of her. I think we've talked about her in a recent stream as well, actually.
Yeah, we definitely did Pixie, the only Welsh X-Man.
Yeah, no, female Marvel Legends. So we know it's a hit from Rich. So I wouldn't. As I said, new characters for me, I'm always happy, especially when they're embedded in they've got a bit of history. They're in the Sisterhood of Mutants, or what was it you said? Yeah, Sisterhood of Mutants. Eventually,
they were in like the Sisterhood under like Madeline Pryor and Lady Deathstrike had their own like Sisterhood instead of Brotherhood of Mutants.
Sneaky. So it's like female villain crew essentially.
Yeah, they weren't that great, to be honest. I think that wasn't one of the better runs of X-Men. But Regan was in. She joined the X-Men for a bit, the blonde one, as part of like Rogue's. Like Rogue had this really weird team where she had like Mystique, Sabretooth, North Star, Cable, Iceman, and Nightcrawler. It was like an odd. It was like the leftovers basically, and they just chucked them together in a team. But she was a double agent. She was working for like Mr. Sinister and his Marauders all along. And then you had like the endangered species with Hope, and she was trying to like kill Hope, and then she joined the Marauders fully. Then that kind of thing.
Sneaky. As I said, new characters for me. I'm learning more about Mastermind today and how much of a slag he is. That's what I'm going to remember when I take away from today's stream. I'll be like, that Mastermind. What a hobo. Okay, next up. Bone Breaker. Now this
is one I've heard loads about over the years.
This could be a Rider's Wave. This could be a Builder figure.
Yes,
this could be a
Rider's Wave. This is what we want. This would be a brilliant Rider figure. I mean, obviously he is one of the Reavers. We just get in Lady Deathstrike. If you're in America, you probably for Christmas. And you also. Like, we've had the other Reavers, like, we had that pack where you had the head swap of the two of them. I can't remember which ones it was now. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, Reese and Bonebreaker.
Yeah, that's it. So, like, with this figure as well, he was in the Konami X-Men game. He was one of, like, the...
Wow.
Like, these fake sock, like, enthusiasm, Brandon.
No. I was saying, what? No, that was a genuine wow. Because Rectangular just said in the chat, hit, all in capital letters. Yes. So I'm genuinely impressed, because this has to be something for it to get not just one hit, but 3 hits, not in lower caps, but in all caps.
Brandon went all Owen Wilson on us and was just like, wow.
Wow. I was like, I meant that boring, sorry.
Brandon's right. The chat lit up when Bonebreaker come on. Like you said, and Dwight has said publicly as well that he's a big fan of the Reavers and he'd like to get more out there. Like we said, we've got Bonebreaker and Reese. I'm very tempted to get another Bonebreaker, actually. It's about £10 on Star Action Figures right now, just so I can display the Reese head. So I can have Bonebreaker and Reese flanking Daily
You mean Skullbuster?
Is it Skullbuster? Do I keep saying Bone? Oh, that's Bonebreaker.
Yeah, this is Skullbreaker. Yeah,
my bad. Yes,
yeah.
Skullbuster. Okay, because he has the Reese head. I've obviously only got the one, but I want to display both heads to like flank Lady Deathstrike, because I do think a character like Bonebreaker's coming. We had him on when we did our retro sort of stream. He's definitely on the retro card.
He's in on that purple background.
Yeah, and now Hasbro have that new price point of like of, like, they gave us MODOK in that box, or they give us Deluxe. Like, there's definitely a place that Hasbro can put him.
And this Bonebreaker in those colours, that comes from the Punisher game. He's one of the bosses in the Punisher arcade game from Capcom. So as well, if you're like a Capcom fan, if you get it in these colours, like, you've got that a little bit of history as well.
Yeah, a couple of
push as well says gimme hit in all caps.
Yeah, and I think Robo's a big Reavers fan. I think I've seen a couple of customs on his Playday videos, to be fair. Yeah, Bonebreaker, as I said, like, is there any little tank? Like, I swear I've seen customs of people making their own Bonebreaker. But yeah, it's got to be on Hasbro's radar. As I said, it's just how they give
one
it.
Come in one of was it? I want to say Speedball. You know what I mean? I think from the Absorbing Man wave, wasn't there a figure in there that came with a little?
Yeah, it's the Sinister Fours of Spider-Man.
You want about
Yes.
Silvermane? You want about Silvermane?
Yes.
Yes,
He's
that's
literally
it.
right on the front of my. Yeah, that's. I think this is a little bit. This is a little bit too small for Bonebreaker. Like, imagine like you've got Skull Crusher and Lady Deathstrike, and then rolls up Bonebreaker on a.
That looks great.
You can fight your mini mates.
Yeah, like just a Bonebreaker body. We take off the Silvermane head and we'll put a Bonebreaker body on here. But yeah, definitely too small for Bonebreaker, Brandon. But I like where your head's going. Same sort of concept, just bigger scale.
Yeah, man.
Imagine you get how annoyed we would be now if we get a packed-in Bonebreaker with our next Wacky. Super chat by David as well. And again, Friday seems to be broke today, so I'll read it out. I hope you don't mind. I can't do a Friday impression because she's British and I'm British. It says, Dan, you can use the Reese head on a nuke body, or G.I. Joe classifies Gung Ho. Would be more accurate body for Reese than the Skullbuster body. Yeah, maybe that's what I've seen Robo do then, actually. Because I've definitely seen people do that with a Gung Ho body with the Reese head on there. Interesting. I've got both figures. I may do it, and then if I like it, get myself an extra Gung Ho. He's not a Cobra Island figure, right? He's someone I could buy at retail. Surely. Maybe. But yeah, I'm definitely not buying no Cobra Island figures to kit bash. But yeah, Rectangular agrees. Use a Transformer as a custom, says Wing or Lose. Yeah, maybe that's what I've seen. I've definitely seen customs of this done. It's a character people want. As I said, Dwight's a big Reavers fan, so it's on the Hasbro team's radar. Just a matter of time before we get them all. But the new price points Hasbro give us now with the Deluxe or the £50 price point. Like, we've already got MODOK. They did say another one's coming this year at the £50 price point. So Brandon says the Watcher, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'd bet this Lady J figure on it that is going to be.
Clip that, people. Remember that for when the next reveal is out, and then we can come back and Brandon's going to lower a lot of ADJs. Right, next up, Forearm. Who actually has 4 arms? Do you get it? 4 arms. See, those writers know what they're doing.
The 90s were a brilliant time for naming supervillains. They ran out of X's, so just go with 4-arm.
Yes, he's another character that we've had in the Toy Biz days as well. I know him more from being that toy than I do in the comics. So is he X-Force, or he was X-Force, or?
He fought X-Force, so he was in the Mutant Liberation Front, the MLF, so they were like primarily, I think they debuted in the New Mutants in the latter run with Rob Liefeld, took over the title, and then they carried on into like X-Force. They were like these mutant terrorists who like they just wanted like mutant power, and they wanted all the humans and everyone else to go away, so they constantly ran in with like X-Force because that was like kind of like the edgier book. But yeah, he was a really good character. He was always like the Mutant Liberation Front. The lineup changed over the years, but 4-arm was always on it. And then Danny Moonstar joined, and it turned out that she was a mole for S.H.I.E.L.D. And 4-arm was heartbroken because he trusted Danny Moonstar. He trusted that she was evil. He should have known. And then he left the team and like wandered off. I think he showed up in like some fight club somewhere, fighting like the Serpent Society, and he like. Anaconda of the Serpent Society, I think, killed him. I think she ripped off his arms.
No.
I know.
Anaconda.
Anaconda don't want him. She got Bantan. But so she ripped those arms off. But obviously...
God bless Nikki.
But now he is back on Krakoa. and being like resurrected, and he's kind of like the bouncer for Sword at the minute. He's like serving on the security team, keeping people in and out of the space station. So yeah, like a really good character, and like 4 arms are always better than 2. So yeah, good character.
True. Brandon, if you could have 4 arms, would you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not like the figure, as in literally 4 arms.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'd take 6.
Okay, Spider-Man. Well, you would be with 2 legs.
Yeah, I love how you saw where I was going with that.
Yeah. Rich, would you have 4 arms? Would there be too many arms?
Yeah, think of all the stuff I could do there, and it would be amazing.
Yeah,
there's so many photoshops there, can I? 3 on the go once.
Yeah, 4 arms. Interesting. Yeah, the chat seemed to be liking this as well. Someone shouted, David shouted, Mutant Liberation Front. I think he's part of the Mutant Liberation Front, to be fair, the way he shouted that. Hit, Big Will, 42012, Abnugla, Trevor, Pogo, Mark Tac. Reluctant hit for me, but it's still a hit from Rectangular. So we're still on Rectangular's good books. This is good so far. The Wolfpack Tour review. This is another guy I had back in 1994. So he must have had the retro toy figure back in the day. The year Brandon was born or whatever it is. Inquisitive Mind says he's in a recent comics as well. Like I think Rich just mentioned that as well. MFL needs some love for sure. So that's the Mutant Liberation Front, of course. But yeah, this is a toyetic figure, like we say. Like a guy with 4 arms. We've already got Sugarman, the big ugly guy with 4 arms, and he was fat and short. Like this is like standard. This is like the Colossus body with 4 arms type vibe. This would be good.
Tyler around says if he had 4 arms, he could give everything 4 thumbs down.
You could. Beautiful. Okay, 4 arm, good. Vertigo. Don't look at her costume too long; you'll get dizzy.
Very true.
Shout out. Sorry, I'm just shouting out the new subscribers that are popping up as they come up, but they should be on screen.
Oh
people.
wow!
Hope you can see them.
Rich, MC the Queen, Nikki just subscribed.
Hey!
Who's that? Do you know who that is? Were you just being sarcastic?
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Get it? Because Rich was singing Anaconda. Anyway.
Oh,
Vertigo.
Maybe it is. Who knows? Shout out Nicki Minaj.
I was just saying the lyrics. I don't want to get demonetized with my perfect tone. Come on.
Very true. Very true. The YouTube Sentinels will be with us. The Vertigo is a Savage Land mutant. Right, Rich?
Yes.
Mutate. She's a mutate. So she's not a mutant. Magneto kind of like did stuff to her in the Savage Land, give her powers. And so she's a mutate, not a mutant. But she does end up joining Mr. Sinister's Marauders. So.
Yeah, the Marauders.
Yeah.
She was involved
How many times has she been killed?
Massacre. Killed
so many times. Like,
you know what I want to know?
He just all the Marauders he
killed off character in Marvel history.
I bet it's
Jean Grey, probably.
Yeah, I bet it's I bet you it is. It's a big name. I bet it's I bet it's a bigger name than you think.
I'm gonna Google it.
Shout out Mark D.
To be fair now, with the X-Men and the way they die, in the current X-Force comic, I think Wolverine and Quentin Quire have like more or less died every issue. So it might like be boosting the figures up a bit as well.
Yeah, if we would have to guess what character died the most in comics, I guarantee you it's an A-lister character because it's characters that they've got to reboot all the time. So, like,
oh, look at this: 10 Marvel characters who've died the most in comics. Thanks, Screen Rant. It's 2019, so it's a bit out of date.
Just scroll to the top 3. Scroll to the top 3.
Top three. Spider-Man 9 times. Captain America 12 times. And number 1. Any guesses?
My guess for number 1 would have been Captain America. I don't know why, but that's what came to mind. Okay.
Wolverine?
No.
Is it an X-Men?
Yep.
Deadpool.
Jean, yes, Jean.
Yeah.
To be fair, Jean Grey is the character most prone to dying in Marvel Comics. Her original death and resurrection at the end of Dark Phoenix was life-changing. She didn't stay dead, mostly because dying and coming back to life is very on brand for the Phoenix Force.
To be fair, Rich, you said that straight away without hesitation earlier. When we mentioned who might have died the most, you did say probably Jean.
It's because everyone loves Jean Grey, but all the best Jean Grey stories are where Jean Grey's dead. So it's like
this is what I'm saying, like, because the popular characters have to be constantly rebooted, and like it's comics, so they can die and find a way to bring them back. So like I knew it wouldn't have been some weird obscure character. It wasn't going to be Vertigo. It would have been some popular character.
Quick question: which Marvel character comic death hit you the most?
Blink in the Phalanx Covenant in Generation X, because I wasn't expecting it. You didn't even read that. I was about 9 then. You would have been bored.
I read the notes.
What did I say about Blink in the notes? Oh my god. Those were in-depth notes. But Blink's death, because it was before the internet, before all that, before you knew everything was going to happen. Nowadays, you can tell what's coming like months in advance, and it was like they built up this new team of mutants, and then she grabs onto like Banshees, and he's like, hold on, Clarice, and she just blinks away and saves them all. It's so sad. Tearing up thinking about it.
So on the end of your notes for Vertigo, you've put that she appeared in the X-Men animated series and joined the Nasty Boys, and then she was also in the Deadpool video game.
Yes, where she just makes everyone sick all the time.
What game is that? Like a PlayStation game? I've never played it.
PlayStation 3, I want to say. It's really buggy. There's like one fight with Arclight that it was like, I was like, why is this fight going on for 3 hours? And then I realized that I'd like done something wrong.
No,
and
you're
it was
stuck
in a loop. Yeah. I was like, why won't she die?
She's there 3 hours later going, oh my god.
You know what I think is crazy? I'll show you. Hold on, I'm just bringing it up. Give me 2 seconds. I think this is so funny. Hold on, wait for it.
It's all right. Shout out everyone in the chat still around, and shout out the most contributed content person is above my head. It's Bring Toys to Work. Much appreciated, my friend. And then David Evan Smith with the last super chat. Thank you very much.
You guys see that?
Yes, Omega Sentinel. Yeah.
Yeah, look. Ready? Wait. You see it? It's in stock at my local store. Available for home delivery. There's 5 in stock at my local store.
Yeah.
Wait for it. What
are we looking at? It's gone dark. How much? Oh, £14. It's gone down.
Yep, it's gone on sale, $14.99.
So look, you've got no excuse now to get one and make a proper version of Karima. Come on.
I'll be doing that, Rich. I'll be hitting up your DMs when I've brought an extra one, going, right, what's the recipe?
It's so easy, and she looks 1,000,000 times better. Come on.
There you go. No excuse now.
The history behind that joke, people, is that I was originally against getting the House of X-Wave just because I was trying to skip out on things, and these two fine fellows convinced me that I needed Omega Sentinel and that she would sell out everywhere if I didn't.
The thing is, Brandon, if you had bought the AOA wave and this wave, we might have got a reveal today, but they knew they hate the X-Men. So they were like, no reveal for Dan Who, we are not giving it to him.
That's true. They said, you associate yourself with Brandon, don't you? I said, I do, unfortunately. So they were like, all right, not a problem.
And I was like, 5 minutes before they start, he's like, Rich, come on, you like the X-Men. Come on, you've got to G up the chat today. We can't just have Brandon being sulky in the corner. Come on, Rich. So I came on, put my Monday St. Croix t-shirt on, and here I am.
I like how you said to us.
Anybody says.
I like how
you got the best reveals of them all.
When I asked Rich, I said, Rich, can you join us for the stream today? Because your knowledge will be superior to ours. And he went, yeah, no problem. I just got to brush my hair. Sound. Okay. We're nearly there. We're nearly there at the end. Okay. I think a few more. And this one's very popular. I expect to see the chat light up for this one because it's a character that is on a lot of people's want list. She's a villain. She's an X-Men villain. She has more arms than forearms. It is, of course, Spiral. So as I said, more arms than forearms. She's had a Marvel Legend before, but it was in the sort of Hasbro Dark Days, I think. Doesn't really hold up to
Red
today.
Hulk wave.
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah, the Target. It was a Target wave, I believe, at the time. Doesn't really hold up. Goes for a pretty penny on the aftermarket, and she's one that pops up on a lot of lists to be remade or have again. So of course, the Mistress of Dance says Mojo's Mistress of Dance. Spiral last had a figure in 2000. Okay, so yeah, the Red Hulk wave. Did you know that, or were you reading Rich's notes? While she's
about Spiral? No, I knew that. Red Hulk wave.
Yeah, sound. I just realised Rich wrote that down as well. But yeah, that's there you go. So the chat, there you go. So Mark Tat saying hit no pins, hit no pins, hit no pins. Yeah, okay. So people are saying no. Oh, Phil Jones is with the no pin emojis as well. Okay, lots of hit. Let me go through the board because we've still got some people here that want to show love to. So Inquisitive Mind says hit. Mark Tato says hit. CJ says LOL, but you meant hit. Omar says hits. Pogo says hit. The Wolfpack fire emojis. Toying around says 6 arms. It's very true. Mark Tat with a hit and no pins. Big Will with the hit. Phil Jones with a hit. Mike D says cartoon morph when? I don't know, Mike, but we want it, Mike. We want it. Matt Owen says Spiral hit. Phil Jones with the no pins. CJ, there you go. CJ's late with a hit. Cloud Foxbar hit. I still have the original Spiral. I'm curious, talking about aftermarket prices earlier, how much Spiral's currently going for on the aftermarket, because surely that's one you'd have assume a re-release is coming sooner than later. So do you get rid of it now and wait, or keep hold of it? Interesting. I'd look into that, Cloud. I'd look into that. Roger says hit. Trevor says hit for Spiral. 42012 says ultra hit. The irrelevant Hulk says hit. Tyrone says hit. Stryden says hit. David Evan Smith says hit. Need a remake of Spiral so much she could be stunning, and think of all the double jointed elbows for the fanboys. That's right. There'd be 6. Imagine that, Brandon. 6 pinless double jointed elbows.
It would be a dream come true.
Oh my God, Shartimus Prime. He wouldn't know what to do. Yeah, beautiful. Lots of hit then for Spiral. Very popular choice, but it is like one of those most asked for sort of ex-villains that needs a redo, I say. So she's probably been on our redo list in the past as well. But Keith also says Mojo, which is interesting because our next choice is Mojo, of course. Another one that's had a Marvel Legend. And to be fair, this Marvel Legend, this Builder-figure, is like the... I compare it to the MODOK of Toy Biz days, where both Mojo and MODOK could hold up in a current display. But Hasbro showed us they can do better than Toy Biz with that recent MODOK. So now it's sort of the ball's thrown to Mojo and be like, okay, you can do a better MODOK. Let's do a better Mojo, please. So Mojo's got to be a character on the radar. One, I'd like to see it. This would have to be a deluxe. I don't think you could get it as good as you'd want it as a builder figure. It would have to be deluxe or a MODOK price range sort of thing. I'd pay the MODOK price range to get a really good Mojo. We've got many other characters from the Mojoverse already. Shatterstar and whatnot over there behind me. So, yeah, Mojo. I'd definitely take this creepy, ugly guy with his robot-y legs. Yeah, Mojo. You're a fan of Mojo. Would you get Mojo if he came out, Rich? I know you're picking choose.
100% Mojo. He's just such a unique looking character, and I think on anyone's toy shelf, like you said, that Toy Biz one still works. But like if Hasbro can do it with that MODOK, make him stand out. He just look great on the shelf. Do
you have the Toy Biz one? Or...
I don't. I've got parts of him, but not the full figure. I'm like Phil Jones. Maybe one day I'll complete him.
yeah. Oh, Phil Jones is still on the Apocalypse hunt, isn't he? Is that what Phil Jones is doing?
No, this Galactus.
Oh, Galactus. Okay, yeah. Phil, give us a Galactus update. How many pieces you got? Maybe the chat can help you out. Oh no, he's buying them mint on card, isn't he? That's his game. Interesting. Okay. Brandon, what about Mojo? Is this one that you had Toy Biz wise? If you did have it, you would have picked it up secondary.
Yeah, never had the Toy Biz one. Had the chance a couple of times to get it, but it was same as MODOK. It was one of those things that like I always thought we'll probably see it eventually as a BAF or something like that down the line. So I like the Toy Biz and the MODOK and the Toy Biz Mojo. They never really seemed to like. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, I think they hold up." I never thought they did, so I never bothered really to keep them around. But I think as you say, if they did this as like a MODOK style packaging release, it would be a must get. Absolutely.
I sort of agree with you as well, where when I say they hold up, I think you can fudge them into a display. But for me personally, I thought that the Toy Biz aesthetic sort of went out of date about 5 years ago. Like when Marvel really kicked into gear That's
I
when the
agree.
Toy Biz figures started to look out of place. And the Toy Biz figures I had started going in crates and then started going on eBay and then started disappearing. So I literally, the only Toy Biz figure I have now is Beast, but just because Beast was my favourite. And so
I think
Beast.
I kept a lot of my like core Avengers, but I've just got them ziplocked, bubble wrapped, and stored away now. The other ones I've got is Giant Man. I think I sold Apocalypse, I sold Galactus. I've still got Giant Man though. I love that Giant Man figure.
Yeah, Giant Man, Apocalypse, Galactus, the Sentinel, they all still hold up. I've still got the Sentinel builder.
Oh yeah, I got two Sentinels.
Yeah,
I think
got that
as well.
Zach Jack Dan says, remember the Nimrod free pack? They could do a free pack with Spiral, Longshot, and Mojo. That would be great. That would be a very sought after free pack. I doubt they would give us all three of those characters in one go, because they're all quite not bait, but people want them. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to give free. You know what I mean? They're going to give us they gave, like, Psylocke, for example. That was a character that we already had. We didn't need her again, but they put her in there. So they're not going to give free heavy hitters that we need in a free pack. But it's a great idea. Definitely, I'd buy it. And they can do it. They just probably won't. Okay, Marcus G says Blob. Interesting choice, because our next pick is Blob. Of course.
Yes.
Another, I was going to say Toy Biz, but it's not. It's Hasbro. It's a very early Hasbro Build-A-Figure, and this is one that I think, like, aesthetically still looks good amongst the Marvel display. Now, do any of us have Blob? Because I don't have him.
I don't have him either.
Yeah, he goes for, you're looking at least £100 on the aftermarket for Blob, probably more, as more and more people try and backtrack. Got to be a figure we get again, but just like we said with MODOK, it's got to be, I don't know, maybe they could. Do you reckon they could squeeze it into a Build-A-Figure?
Could do. I think it'd be nicer to see it as its own release, because then, you know, we might get interchangeable hands, some fists, some open hands, a regular head, and then a screaming head. So I think it could be a Build-A-Figure, but I think it would be it would, to really do him justice, would be to use that bigger, like, what do we call it? Super Deluxe.
Yeah, I keep looking at my shelf and I keep seeing, Sugar Man. Sugar Man is a big Build-A-Figure, but I think Sugar Man has the advantage of being short and stubby, where Blob, he needs a bit of size, so it'd be very hard unless you broke him down into lots more pieces than 6 or 7.
You'd have that, like,
those accessories would be good as well.
You'd have, like, the AOA gene problem, though, wouldn't you, as well? Where you'd have, like, a Jubilee with just a massive stomach, and that would be like a Jubilee, like, in the corner.
You're right. The figures would literally be pieces, accessory pieces, as you build the Blob Build-A-Figure. Yeah, like you said, Brandon, I don't know what anyone's officially called it, but the deluxe figures are like the Red Hulk, the Venoms, those type of eye, and then the MODOKs of the world, I guess, would be called, like, what did you say, Super Deluxe?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to start referring to them as, Super Deluxe.
We're trying to term the phrase Super Deluxe. So MODOK was our first Super Deluxe. Mojo and Blob here could definitely both fit into that Super Deluxe category. We shall see. We shall see. Someone in the chat earlier, I can't remember who said it, but said that the other £50 Super Deluxe figure we were getting this year was Serda. So your Watcher theory may not be true. Watcher could be the Build-A-Figure for the What If wave, though. But I have a feeling it's going to be some sort of Iron Man manga or Ironmonger or something.
What If has a separate Super Deluxe code according to Swoosh, I think.
Okay.
I'm almost. I was unsure about it. Now I'm pretty certain it will get it. Simply because of the main reason I'm certain is because of Diamond Select, because they're reissuing theirs.
Yeah, the rumours were like, again, I don't know where these rumours started, but I've definitely heard them just like everyone else, that they lost the moulds, or they lost the steel plates that make the mould, or whatever it was. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, we didn't. They're right here. We're making them again. It's like, where did those rumours start then? Like, who said that?
That was one of my biggest regrets, that I didn't sell that sooner.
Have you got him sitting on your shelf somewhere?
Yeah, he's up. Wait, hold on, where am I? He is...
At least you've got the original.
He's there, yeah. He's here, I think. Behind the Fantastic Four and Doom.
And would you get a Blob, Rich?
Yeah, 100%. You need him like for that classic brotherhood. He's
Oh
just
yeah,
like
definitely.
he's just a really nice looking, like different figure as well. Stands out on the shelf. Like he was in the animated series. Like I think a lot of people using the Konami game. A lot of people have got a lot of love for Blob.
This is
So yeah,
this is
definitely
the
a cool
type of
figure.
character that if I brought, my missus would be like, "What the hell is that? Like, why have you got a giant fat man action figure?" And it was just the thing is, she doesn't even listen to my explanations, so she just critique and then walk away, and I'm like,
That's the worst part.
like, it's just listen to me, listen to the explanation. Okay, beautiful. Okay, is that the end of our list today?
That
Beautiful.
is
Yeah,
our
that was
list.
Well, that was bravo, Rich, yet again. Beautiful
Yes,
pictures,
absolutely.
beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's 140 people still here, and we appreciate you all sticking around as we wrap up. So now's your opportunity. Let us know, all right? And we know the Hasbro team are listening because they've already started jotting down ideas for these two beautiful bastards. So we know they're listening to our X-Men list as well. So out of these, if you were in a boardroom right now, and Hasbro, we're going to make one of these. Which one would you tell? All right. So we got Blob, Mojo, Spiral, Vertigo, Forearm, Bonebreaker, Lady Mastermind, Sabretooth, Gorgon, Destiny, Empath, Ruckus, Frenzy, Executioner, and Exodus. There are your choices. Pick one. I want to see everyone in the comments, everyone who's still here that have the keyboard attack. I know some people don't have the keyboard on or the phone on and they're watching it on the screen, which we appreciate you. We appreciate you. There's a way for the big screen. But if you can get to a keyboard, then get involved and let us know which one of these characters would you like to be made in figure form. Again, one more time for the people to give you time to write. And then Brandon or Rich can read some off for me. Okay, so pick one of these. Exodus, Executioner, Frenzy, Ruckus, Empath, Destiny, Gorgon, Sabretooth, Lady Mastermind, Bonebreaker, Forearm, Vertigo, Spiral, Mojo, and Blob. Again, pick one, people. Let's say me and Brandon had a real reveal today. Which one of these would it have been cool to reveal?
Firstly, Nico1 says hello from Russia. That's pretty cool.
Hello.
Mark Tac kicks us off, says Spiral. Jay the Grind says Mojo. David says Toad and Avalanche. Reveal one of them now. Phil Jones says Blob. Keith says Blob. Damien says Bonebreaker. Blake says Frenzy. Tyrone says Spiral. Claire Foxwell says this is tough. I'm going with Spiral. Super chat.
Yeah, Friday's not working today. I don't know why, but it is Nathan with a super chat. 1 second. Nathan says, great stream as usual, lads, and props to Rich for the amazing list. Drinks on me from Sunday. Thank you very much, Nathan. I'll make sure I get I'll make sure I get Richard a double vodka. And what's your mixer of choice? More vodka?
Just the glass.
Yeah, just ice. just bring the rocks. Bring the rocks. But thank you very much, Nathan. Much appreciated.
Zach says Destiny. Marcus says Blob. Omar says Blob. Destiny, Bonebreaker, Sabretooth, Blob, Spiral, Gorgon, Bonebreaker, Blob, Spiral, Mojo, Fabian Cortez, which I think I can't remember who that is.
Frenzy.
Nasty Frenzy.
No, I
Nasty
don't know.
Boys.
That was a guess. It's not.
Mojo.
Fabian Cortez is the male acolyte.
Swoosh says Bonebreaker. Wolfpack Toy Review says Bonebreaker. David says Spiral. I can't hear you guys. My bad.
Your mic switched. I said your mic switched. I'll take over. Where were you? Exodus says the Nasty Boy. Okay. So One Man Gang says Bonebreaker. Jay on the Grind says Mojo. Creed says Bonebreaker. Pogo says New Fig. Oh, he jumped again. The Fuchs Robo says Bonebreaker. Yeah, great choice. I think he may be mine. Slay Tanner, I think so. I can't read that, but it says Mojo. The Wolfpack Tour Review, Bonebreaker as the Riders Wave hit. Yeah, it seems like a layup, but will the Hasbro team do it? We don't know. David says Spiral could be a masterpiece if they could choose one from that group. Pal Spiral says Logan. Nico says Mojo. Ralph says Exodus. Bring toys to work. Says Bonebreaker. Eric Stream says Bonebreaker. Devon says Spiral. Inquisitive Mind says Spiral and Bonebreaker. He's cheating, but I don't mind it. Mike D says Executioner. Devon says Spiral is long overdue. CJ says Exodus. Home Dude says Mojo and Blob. Rush is saying you forgot Ahab.
Ahab, that would be a good figure. Maybe the next time we do the X-Villains, we can chuck Ahab on.
There's lots more of it. There are lots of it. Like people have been mentioning, like what was it, Avalanche and stuff. That are more villains we could have mentioned. But I think we've mentioned someone like him recently and stuff. So
go back 2 weeks ago, we did bring on more bad guys, and Avalanche, Toad, Madeline Pryor were in that. There's retro streams. Go back, watch them all, watch them all again.
Go and treat yourself. Some of the retro streams we did, like the Fantastic Four and the Iron Man one, they're really enjoyable because like I tried my best to go back and get a picture of every single old retro figure and talk about that. And then some of the future ones that Rich has started doing the custom cases and there's loads of. If you want some background noise while you're working, go and check out some of the old streams because we talk about relevant stuff at the time, but there's still lots of timeless stuff as well in there. Timeless is the right word, I guess. So who knows? You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, beautiful. Lots of people got involved. Do you know what surprised me out of that list? I expected to see a lot of Bonebreaker and Spirals, Mojos, but a lot of Destiny's in there as well, which I didn't expect. But I guess she's a big deal. Big deal. So let's ask you two then. So Rich, out of all of them, so you obviously know a lot about all those characters, but if you could only have one, maybe two, Rich, maybe I'll give you two because you're a nice guy. Who would you like to add to your shelf?
Do you know what? I love Destiny, I love Frenzy, like I always like the ladies, but controversially this time the one I want is that Sabretooth. Like that was only in this list just for me. Like I love that retro Sabretooth. Like I said, it was my first comic book, so it's just for me.
It's sentimental value to you. Yeah, I get that.
Like that one and a pink Psylocke, like give me them in a 2-pack. I'll be happy. That's me done then. You know, got them to a Tiger. What else do I need?
If you're happy, I'm happy.
Kevin's asking, do I know who Albert is? And yes, I do. Albert and LCD. That would be an LCD. She's called LCD, like LCD, but she's LCD. I only just realized that. Don't leave the screen. That's why she's called LCD. There we go. So like they're like cyborgs who like fight Wolverine. So yeah, Albert would be a good.
I like how you discovered that in real time.
I've learned something new today,
what about you, Brandon? Who are you saying? Pick one, maybe two.
If it was one, I'd take Blob. If it was two, I would go for Spiral as well.
Yeah, I think for me, if I had to pick one now, it might be Bonebreaker. Only because if they were only going to make one on this list and never make anything else, there is a Hasbro Blob that can still sit on a shelf where we haven't got a 6-inch. We haven't got a 112 Bonebreaker. And they're giving us more Reavers, and I reckon that would be a nice little section of the display. So I think for me, I would go Bonebreaker, but they'd have to do it right. We can't be seeing Bonebreaker at this scale, Brandon, all right? It needs to be, those tank treads need to be a little bit bigger.
Perfect scale, if I'm honest. I don't know what you're talking about. The thing is perfect. I mean, look at it.
Okay. Okay, so we appreciate everyone sticking around today. We're going to wrap up now. There's still over 130 people here, and we appreciate every single one of you, especially everyone who's sticking around from the start, all the channel members as well. Let me just go to my credits, and I'll do my little thank yous at the end, as I always do, and we'll do some shout-outs before we leave as well. We got a lot of credits today, which I like to see, but it's going to take me a few goes round. Bloody hell! Look at this! How many subscribers? This is stupid. I can't read out all of them. Okay, channel members. Cowboy Collector was a channel member. I've seen that. Thank you, Cal. Super Chats, Laser Pants, Joe Forget Out, Mark Tat Tat, Blake, Dave. Damn it, went too quick. Look at all those. Look how many people subscribed. Did all these people subscribe expecting to get a reveal? Are these all straight away unsubscribed? Let me go back to the list. Where did I get to? David, Nathan, Bring Toys to Work, and Omar. Thank you very much for your Super Chats. And then look at that list of subscribers. Some of those people, like Will, I've definitely already subscribed to me, you cheeky bastards. But it's fine. You want your name in the credits, I'm fine with it. And then we had one channel member, the Cowboy Collector, joined for the channel members as well. So I appreciate everybody who hit that subscribe button, did a super chat, joined the channel. As I said, it's much, much appreciated. The support is so, trust me, I'm so grateful for the support. It makes me want to do more. Honestly, I want to do more. I want to get to the point where my channel members, I need to do it weekly to make sure I'm getting everybody on and stuff like that. So become a channel member and let's get some more live streams going. But yeah, look at that list of people today. That list of subscribers. When has this list ever been that long? That is stupid. Stupid.
That is crazy.
That is stupid. So people clearly came here thinking for a reveal. So let me just publicly say before we get out of here, make it a public apology. First of all, we didn't promote we had a reveal. We just let people run with the idea that we might. We didn't correct anybody. But if you were clever enough, you knew we wouldn't have had a reveal because the reveals all went at 5 o'clock. And
Ryan and Dan both said no more, no mas.
Yeah.
And we were just like, no mas.
Yeah. So Brandon.
Has anyone else seen Shanghai Nights?
No.
Jackie Chan.
But
yeah, seeing they're in the bath drinking. No.
If you really want to show some love and show us, be part of the. Oh, say Ewan said. No, I unsubscribed even though I was there for years just to want to see my name come up, stroking my ego. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind as long as you still subscribe. And shout out to the Wolfpack as well,
yes,
who just hit 1,000 subscribers as well. And go show the Wolfpack toy review some love. Honestly, Miguel and the family are good lads. Live toy hunts make me jealous all the time. Live streams, all of that good stuff. Go and check out Miguel, the Wolfpack toy reviews. They just hit 1,000. But what I was saying is if you want to create your own kit bashes today of, what are they called again, Brandon?
Wolverhank and Frog Shit.
There you go. Then please take some pictures for Instagram and tag us. I promise I will share every single one that people every single one that people post. I may even post it myself on my Instagram. But yeah, it's all love to the Marvel team and shout out everybody who got an official reveal.
Yes, absolutely.
And Rich, thank you for joining us late notice. Your hair looks great, by the way.
Thanks. I was at work. This is. It's like Ruckus, look.
And yeah, shout out to everyone who's still around as well. Still over 100 people here as we wrap up. So, Brandon, where can the people find you online?
As always, guys, Hero Collections. Rich, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome, Brandon.
Looking forward to next week.
Do we have a theme for next week?
Yes.
I was going to ask the same thing. I can't keep track. Yes.
What happens next Wednesday? What premieres next Wednesday?
I remember. It's the Thursday stream.
Oh, okay. To be fair, because Loki's on a Wednesday, so this time next week we've already seen the first episode of Loki, so we can give our little mini Loki reviews. And what works to our advantage as well is that we're actually going to be dead on time for Loki every single week. So I might even make a little separate screen that's just our Loki thoughts, and we can do like a little Loki recap every Thursday. Maybe a non-spoiler one for people who can't keep up.
Tune in Saturday when MCU Collector starts announcing the new Thor wave.
Yeah, and shout out to Super Scroll as well, who's still in the chat. And honestly, it's nothing but love. We're going to have to get him on here one day as well, just to show the communities, the UK, some love. There's not many UK creators out there that are consistently making content, so you got to show some love, where show some respect where respect's due. So fair play. And yeah, shout out everyone else who got a reveal. Me and Brandon are just having fun with the Marvel team, and hopefully Marvel teams are still our friends after this. We'll find out. We'll find out sooner or later. I need to go and check my DMs and make sure I haven't been blocked by Dan or something. But we shall see. But yeah, as always, people. Rich, where can the people find you online?
You can find me at Displayed Once on Instagram.
And please go and follow Rich as well. If you follow me and Brandon, then you need to be following the trio at Displayed Once. You see him in the chat every single week.
Yes.
But the famous Rich M is Displayed Once on Instagram. Loads of little behind the scenes tidbits.
He's the man behind our magic.
Yes,
for sure.
Loads of little behind the scenes tidbits as well. If you had been following Rich this week, you would have seen some of these graphics this week already as they were as Hasbro were revealing him. Rich at one point literally just dragged the folder on his computer and put it in his bin. I was like, I hope he can restore that folder. I was like, he hasn't sent on me yet. I was like, what? But yeah, shout out everyone. And just one last time, because while we've still got over 100 people here, one last time, the one way to support the channel currently, the best way to do it is hit that join button. Honestly, the more the channel grows, the more live streams I can do, the more interactive content I want to do. As I said, my join button, I want it to actually have incentives where if you click join, you can actually become part of the shows and the channel. And as I said, we're building a community. And as I said, everyone with a green name, everyone using the emojis, they've already hit that button. And I love them so much for it. So again, if you want to support, hit that join button. Much appreciated. And we'll see you next week after the first episode of Loki. We can talk about that, and then we can talk about, you say, Thor and whatnot, but we'll get into it next week.
And if you're missing us in the week, get on the Discord, like Big Will said. Join us on the Discord where we're all talking about the figures all the time as well.
Yeah, shout out Big Will for the Discord. And I have been updating the Discord link. So if you go to the description of this video that you're watching now, that Discord link it is working. It will take you. Discord's weird. You need to reset the link to your server every week or something like that. But I've been making sure every time I go live, I'm updating the server link. So the link in the description for the Discord. The link's in the description to hit that join button, all that good stuff. We're always talking toys on the Discord as well. And there's also a channels member only section of the Discord where I occasionally drop some sneaky behind the scenes news and stuff.
This is what?
Sneaky news.
Oh, news, right?
To be fair, if the channel members want it, we can give them some cheeky news as well, but they've got to demand it, Rich. They've got to.
I was so confused. I was reading this Black Series post, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Right, I need to go and
it's late.
Make the missus a cup of tea or something because we're running over.
Yes.
But that was fine. Rich, thank you. Brandon, thank you. As always, follow me on Instagram. It's Dan Who. I'm gonna go and take some nudes for the Discord. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And if you're watching this on the replay and you haven't clicked off the video yet, then click the video that's on the screen right now. It's a playlist. Go and watch some more streams. They're fun.